Rams -6.
Rams -6.
Oh, wait, no.
Can't do that.
Disqualification.
Disqualification. On today's Pardon My Take, presented by DraftKings, it is the Week 15 picks and preview. We also have our good friend Dan Orlovsky on the show talking ball. We're going to do Fyre Fest. We're going to talk about Thursday Night Football. Also a little oopsie in Michigan, in Ann Arbor. We're going to get into all of it, and we're brought to you by our friends at Game Time. We're a few days into the 12 days of Game Time, which means they're giving away prizes every day with a $5,000 grand prize at the end. If you still have not entered, go to 12daysofgametime.com. It is free and only takes a few seconds. This season, Game Time is celebrating the moments that made people fans, and they have been enabling those moments for the past 12 years now. Max, first concert.
Actually, Luke Bryan.
There we go. It made you a fan, and that's what Game Time does. These special moments, they're the type of moments Game Time is celebrating. Go to 12daysofgametime.com today for a chance to experience one of these moments. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by DraftKings. The crown is yours. Today is Friday, December 12th, and Kirk Cousins is back.
Is he him?
I'll tell you what, Kirk Cousins might have another $100 million, $200 million contract if he could just play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because in the last 3 starts against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he has thrown for 1,158 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 1 interception. A throwback night, and the big story here is the Bucs are in deep trouble.
Doo-doo. They're in doo-doo.
They are not good.
With a win over the Saints on Sunday, the Carolina Panthers can make next week's game a clinching game.
Really?
Yeah. If the Panthers beat the Saints this weekend, I think that's true. You might want to double check.
All right, I'm going to double check for you because I feel like that might not be true. But
I've been wrong before. I ran it through the playoff simulator.
Oh, then you should be right.
But we should probably double check
Who's
it.
playoff simulator?
ESPN's.
Okay.
I went back to my main bitch because
right.
I branched out. I sampled the fruits of the other pies, and I thought, you know what? Let's go back to home base. Let's run the football. ESPN playoff simulator. They haven't changed it in 15 years. I know how to use that one.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that if the Panthers beat the Saints this weekend in New Orleans, that makes next week's game, which I believe is in Charlotte against the Bucs, that would be for the NFC South. Wouldn't matter what happened after that.
I'm running it through the simulator.
Yeah.
Now, is there anything with the common opponents or anything like that? No, I think you're right.
That's something I didn't do because I only did the Bucs and the Panthers games. So
wow,
that's what it looks like to me. Could be wrong, but it was a big loss for the Bucs tonight, and we got the Kyle Pitts game.
That's crazy. I didn't realize that's a T-shirt and hat game. If the Panthers win on Sunday against the Saints,
against Shuck. Shuck has something to say about that.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts. So who is most mad tonight? The people who started the fantasy football playoffs against Kyle Pitts, or Falcons fans that Kyle Pitts is now going to go off at the end of his 5th year, right before he's a free agent?
Yeah, 100% Falcons fans. Yeah. It's like, this is what we thought we were getting. We were hoping for a lot more of this over the last 5 years from Kyle Pitts.
Yep.
And he does it in front of a national audience in a game where we're already eliminated from the playoffs. And now he's going to leave and probably get paid. My prediction was that Kyle Pitts signs with the Kansas City Chiefs and becomes a first-team All-Pro.
Yeah. By the way, remember that chart we had before the season? Kyle Pitts is 1 touchdown away from realizing that.
From doubling it again?
No, not doubling it. He goes 1 more every
one
year.
more, okay.
He had 1 touchdown his first year, 2, 3, 4. He has 4 right now. If he gets 5, I predicted that Kyle Pitts will have the greatest year of any tight end of ever in year 20 in the NFL.
Yep.
He'll have 20 touchdowns.
That's a fact. He had a game tonight that actually hasn't been done by a tight end since the mid-90s.
okay.
So the last NFL tight end to score 3 touchdowns and 150 yards receiving. Can you guess who it is?
Wait, say it again.
Last tight end to score 3 touchdowns in a game. Yes.
Yeah.
Hank is right.
Shannon Sharp.
It was Shannon Sharp. I think it was 96
That makes sense.
when he was on the Broncos.
Shannon Sharp was a problem.
He was a prize. Still might be.
The big thing though, the Bucs just they stink. I mean, this is what I struggle with the Bucs because the creamsicle jerseys were nice, the Falcons throwbacks were nice. I hated the creamsicle line of scrimmage line. It got me very confused. A couple times we were like, "Oh, is that a first?" Oh no, he just got back to line of scrimmage. Zach, they're bad, and the thing I always struggle with a team like the Bucs, they have good players, but they're bad.
We're not in a good spot.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Bucs not in a good spot, confirmed.
Because they're I mean, they have Baker, they have Tristan Wirfs, they have Godwin, Evans. Mike Evans was back. He was awesome.
He was great.
The Falcons are objectively not a good football team, and they had a bajillion penalties tonight.
19 penalties to
beat
4.
us.
It was part Kyle Pitts, part Kirk Cousins, and part Bijan, who had an awesome game again. Like every time he gets the ball, he will make 2 guys miss. He gets like 9 yards over what you expect based on like the screenshot of when he catches a pass in the flat. He's going to go 9 more yards than you think he's going to go.
He just ran as far as he decided to each play. It wasn't up to our defense. It was up to him.
It honestly, this game pisses me off.
I agree.
It pisses me off.
Oh, no.
No, for the Falcons.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah.
For the Falcons.
What Max keeps pulling it up.
What?
That
I wasn't going to talk about it.
You're literally you just keep clicking in and out of it over and over.
Well, yeah.
I wasn't going to talk about it.
Max is forcing us to talk about the fact that the Patriots have now beaten 1 less team with a winning record. Max is forcing us to talk about it.
He literally just keeps pulling it up.
I was just curious.
Okay.
Play
But
what you
yeah,
play.
keep
I mean, that's
going.
good producing, but also I didn't want to talk about that, Max.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give the Patriots their flowers right now. Shout out Kirk Cousins, 300 yards today.
Trying to give who their flowers?
375, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. The Patriots, what'd I say?
He's giving the Falcons their
The
flowers.
Falcons are flowers.
No, I'm saying I'm trying to move on and not get so anti-Patriots.
Who's getting flowers?
Patriots.
I'm giving the Patriots.
Oh, you're giving the
flowers.
Patriots.
Yeah,
Well, I think you were about to give the Falcons flowers.
Well, no, we're doing 2 different. Max interrupted with the change to the Bucs record and then the Patriots game, and I told Max I don't want to see that because I'm trying to turn over a new leaf.
That was very rude of me.
By the way,
it's
very
very,
rude.
I just hope that the Bears make the playoffs or like, don't just like shit the bed down there.
Wait, I had nothing to do with
Because
it.
all that happens with this podcast is that your guys' teams go to shit and then you just lash out at the Patriots.
That's correct.
Wait, hold on.
Hand up.
Hold
Yes.
on.
No,
Hand
yeah,
up,
it's
yes.
ugly. So I'm saying I want you guys to play well so that you don't start lashing out too.
Okay, you're right. That's
sick,
fair. I understand
I'm sick
that.
of being lashed
I
out
understand
at.
what you're saying.
I'm not lashing out at you.
What Max was doing right there, he had the Patriots schedule up, and he kept clicking open to the Bucs box score over and over.
I don't
He
think
would
that's
click
true.
Open and then back, and then open and then back.
I think I did it 2 times.
It was like a flashing light in front of my face.
Wrong.
Okay.
Max, it'll break your heart to realize that I don't think the Bills can drop below 500. I think that ship is sailed.
Yeah, I think they have their 9 wins.
The
All right,
Patriots,
so
the Patriots have clinched a win over a winning opponent.
the Falcons flowers.
No, what I was going to say, I know, I agree. I was going to say, it pisses me off. Watching the Falcons win pisses me off when they have Bijan and they've got Kyle Pitts going off, and it's like this is what should have been happening with this team for the longest time.
Yeah.
Like I'm sad. Well, I'm not sad. I'm upset for Falcons fans. You must just be pulling your hair out watching this team play well because you're like, this is what we'd expected. This is what we thought would happen when they had the 2 best players on the field tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the Panthers have a winning record, so fuck off.
Oh, he got you there.
That's true. That's
a good
true.
point.
That's a good point.
You're still thinking about that? Rent free.
I didn't even think about it. Imagine if the
Rent free. Max is rent free in your head.
Imagine
Right
If
if
the
the
Saints-
Bears and the Eagles like fall off and don't make the playoffs, and Hank has the only playoff team. It's just like a gang of haters.
It's still unlikely, but it's possible.
It's not impossible.
It's not impossible.
because the Bucs are out. Like I mean,
Yeah, the
I don't
Bucs.
think I think the Panthers are better than them. I really do. And again, it's crazy to watch because it's kind of similar like what you're saying with the Falcons. Works the same for the Bucs.
Yeah.
When you watch the Bucs play, you're like, they have Bucky Irving, they have Ibuka, Godwin, Mike Evans, Vita Vea. What they just can't play defense though. They can't play defense, and their offense wasn't the problem tonight. They just can't play defense.
Yeah. You know what else was the problem? Maybe I did love the creamsicle jerseys. Those aren't fumble recovering jerseys.
No,
They're not. They're not. They're not get down in the mud jerseys.
The mutual whatever it was, simultaneous control of the ball.
Fumble recovery by Kirk. That if I was a Bucs fan, I'd be mad about that.
The refs had a bad night. I feel like we got no explanation on half the penalties. The Falcons had 19 penalties. Think about that. Like the Falcons had 19 penalties, and they won the game.
Yeah.
That's so hard to do.
Well, Al kept talking about that other game where it was the Raiders and it was the Raiders Bucs, right?
Yeah, the Raiders won that game.
Raiders had 23 penalties that night for 200 yards.
Yes.
And they won that game against the Bucs back in 2016.
23 penalties to 6.
Zach, can I ask you, this is an actual assignment for you, so you have to be 100% honest and truthful. What are your honest thoughts about Todd Bowles?
I just think Todd Bowles is supposed to be this defensive guy, and then you just see our defense be non-existent. I don't know what's going on there. It's bad. It's bad.
Todd Bowles dropped F-bombs? 7 of them? 7?
Let's listen.
What do you tell them in the locker room after a game like this?
It's inexcusable. You don't make excuses. You gotta fucking care enough where the shit hurts. You gotta fucking care enough where the shit hurts. It's gotta fucking mean something to you. It's more than a job. It's your fucking livelihood. How well do you know your job? How well can you do your job? Well, you can't sugarcoat that shit. It was in the fucking excusable, and there's no fucking answer for it. There's no excuse for it. That's what you tell them in the locker room. Look in the fucking mirror.
Okay.
Wait, it's got to fucking matter. Wait, where the shit hurts.
Yeah.
Wait, so what was that quote? It's got to
to the point where the shit hurts. Like,
wait.
You gotta fucking care enough where the shit hurts.
You gotta fucking care enough where the shit hurts. That's just me after a Super Bowl Sunday in the office. Mm-hmm. That's the Monday morning. The shit hurts. It does. I sit on the toilet and the shit hurts.
I don't want to speak for you, but if I was a Bucs fan and I heard Todd Bowles say that, I would be unhappy with Todd Bowles.
Todd Bowles chooses right now to evoke a little bit of emotion and speak his mind. Todd Bowles never gives us any emotion. He's an emotionless head coach for the most part.
Yeah.
Which I don't really enjoy as a fan. Like, he never gives us anything like this. And for him to finally decide to, like, try to explain how he's feeling, we never get that.
He didn't even,
I think a lot of this loss is on his shoulders.
Right.
Yeah, he didn't even do it in a demonstrative way.
Right.
He wasn't even good at it.
He was just auto-tune.
A robot. You tell you speech to text.
Also,
say dirty words, Todd.
Unprofessional. Kids are watching.
But if you're going to be unprofessional, at least, like, give it a real go.
No, let me stop you right there. Don't be unprofessional.
I agree. But in the off chance you decide to be, at least, like, give it a shot.
Who's going to have that take?
I'm just thinking about the journalists, and there's a lot of words that you can't print in a newspaper that he said.
Yeah.
So they're getting no copy from him.
Apologies to all the people listening in their car with their little kids. If you heard Todd Bowles say it's got to fucking matter till the shit hurts, we're sorry because we don't condone fucking mattering till the shit hurts.
And Santa's not getting Todd Bowles. What?
Oh, I thought you were gonna.
No, I thought about doing it. I'm not.
Don't.
Santa's not getting Todd Bowles a playoff appearance this year because he used bad words.
Naughty.
No, Zach, I was saying that I wouldn't like it because it seemed like Todd Bowles, the one time that he chooses to be emotional, he's like throwing his entire team under the bus.
Yeah. He's selling them out.
Yeah, like
these are his guys.
If you can say all that if you're a coach and be like, and I fucking suck too.
Yeah.
You just got to toss that in there. It starts with me.
The shit fucking hurts.
Where I shit, that hurts now.
I'm
going to have to get a brand muffin tomorrow because the shit fucking hurts hard.
Max, what would you say?
I would be so bad.
Yeah.
I would be so bad.
All right, Max, if you lost that game and you were the head coach, hey, Mr. Delente, what do you say to the guys in the locker room?
No, I can't do it.
No, come on. What do you say to the guys in the locker room?
I don't want to scare anybody.
No. Say what do you say? Big Cat for part of my take. Coach, what do you say to the guys in the locker room?
It's unauthentic if I were to do it right now. I can't do it. I can't do it.
But you almost got to that point where it would be authentic just thinking about it.
Yeah, you just
keep-
said, "Oh my God, I can't do it."
Imagine Sirianni giving this
After
speech.
after the Chargers game.
Yeah.
Well, that would be different because I would be super.
All right, just try to put yourself in that mindset.
I would just say,
Jalen Hurts just had every turnover possible. There's a positivity bunny in your locker room.
I'd say we just lost to fucking Kirk Cousins, and he's a million years old. All due respect to Kirk Cousins, he balled out. But our guys are a bunch of fucking pussies. And it starts
say
with
that
me.
too.
It starts with me. I'm the head vagina. You got to take the
vagina,
bullet for your
yeah.
guys. I'm the head vagina.
It starts with
I'm
me.
the head vagina. In
It
chief.
starts with me, but these guys suck.
Yeah.
That's what I. That's
Yeah,
what I
let's
would
be
do.
honest. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm the coach, but these guys fucking suck.
No one cares. All they care about is tweeting about getting the football
And their snap face.
and their snap face and trying to speaking fortune cookies. Let's worry about winning football games
Yes.
and play good football going forward.
Yes.
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 And I'm top vagina.
Yeah,
And I'm top. And it starts with me. I'm top number
Yeah.
one vagina.
I'm-
but these
I'm
guys got to
vagina in
figure it
chief.
out.
It's
I'm-
me,
yeah.
Todd Holes.
Yeah. I'm vagina in chief.
Yeah.
And guess what? I could put a tampon in my mouth and we still couldn't get a stop.
And that's me, Todd Holes. Head top.
Head vagina,
Vagina in
chief.
in queef.
In queef.
Sorry to all the kids.
Yeah.
who are
Sorry
listening.
to all the kids. All right, that was our Thursday night football recap. The Bucs are bad. Do you know what I'm saying though? When like, because like Baker is good. I love Baker. I think he's very injured. They have all these guys, and they had the swoon in the middle of the season where they played really good teams, but now it's just like, yeah, I think they're just bad. They just lost to the Falcons and the Saints, the two teams at the bottom of the NFC South.
Yeah, you can't-
The worst division in football.
I don't think you can say they're good right now.
No.
They need a pass rush. JPP.
Oh, JPP.
I was disappointed JPP wasn't out there tonight.
Yeah.
It was a bad loss for Tampa Bay, and now the Carolina Panthers. The prophecy is one step closer.
Oh
guys.
yeah. Oh yeah.
One step closer.
Panthers hosting a playoff game
Who would go visit the Panthers?
right this second. I think it's going to be the loser of the Rams Seahawks.
Okay.
Most likely, right? Or maybe the Niners. I don't know. The NFC, everything is up for every team is one game away from each other,
Yeah.
except for this division where they're just. But hey, they're going to make it. How many people are going to say we got to get away from the divisions?
I think Notre Dame should be in the playoffs.
The Panthers hosting a playoff game. No, you know what? Fuck it. I love the divisions. Sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. But the divisions are. It's fun that if you can start the season, you're like, if we win our division, we're in the playoffs and we get a home playoff game. Good.
Yeah, they should matter.
And that's speaking as a guy who roots for a team that would be higher up if the divisions didn't matter right
Yeah.
now. But I like that's just
The historic rivalries, they matter.
yeah. It just that's they should matter. Okay. Last thing before we do our week 15 picks and preview. Michigan. Oopsie. That was quite a day. Sherrone Moore, head coach of Michigan, gets fired for cause. So the alleged affair with his executive assistant. And then within like an hour of him getting fired, he was in jail.
Yeah, scary.
Crazy.
So don't really know exactly what he did. There's a lot of reports out there. I'm not 100% sure about what's true, what's not true.
Yeah.
But it sounds like he went over to her house, threatened her, threatened himself, and then the cops picked him up, and he's in jail right now. It's not. That is very shocking. That part's very shocking. But the story of him being fired, I don't think is super shocking.
Well, I think there was enough rumors and smoke out there for a while.
So Rachel Hotmeyer reported that his firing is a result of Michigan's third investigation into his alleged conduct with women, per sources within the program. They said earlier today that the university did a investigation of him earlier this year, and somebody tipped them off to this relationship. They both denied it at the time, and then they closed the investigation. Then they were given more information today, or yesterday, and that's why they acted yesterday. But yeah, according to this report, it's actually the third time that they looked into it.
So they kind of knew, and then we don't know So the story, I mean, there's two competing arguments, or not arguments, but theories here. One is, I think probably what happened is that what they're telling us is that they looked into it, both denied. What can you do there? Then, although you probably could, you're Michigan. This is kind of like all these schools. Like, you could find out if there was something going on.
Somebody probably asked the question, what if they're both lying to us?
Yeah, you probably could have figured it out. But the theory is, or what Michigan is saying is basically, they looked into it, nothing happened. Then something changed in the last 24, 48 hours where it was made apparent this was definitely a fact. Then they fired Sherrone Moore. Then there's a lot of people on college football Twitter and in the college football world who are saying, well, this is weird that it happened right after signing day, so they're able to keep all their signed players. And would this have happened if they had beaten Ohio State and been in the playoff? That's just a question that's being asked. That's not where I don't actually believe. I actually believe. I kind of believe that it probably was like came to a head in the last 48 hours.
I think they might have known that the relationship was happening,
right?
But they didn't know that it was going down a dark road,
right?
And it sounds like it really went down a dark road.
And the firing, like, it actually does hurt Michigan in the fact that this is a firing after all the coaches have been hired,
right?
And you're like very close to the transfer portal, so it wouldn't make tons of sense to do it right now. If they'd done it like the day after the Ohio State loss, then my spidey senses would have been picking up and been like, whoa, this is weird. This feels like something they knew about and they're using it as an excuse. I think it's just shit hit the fan in the last 48 hours, and it really hit the fan.
I agree with you, because I was talking about it earlier with Dave, and I was talking about it with T-Bob, and they were kind of going back and forth, and a lot of people think that they waited until after National Signing Day so that the recruits could not leave. I think the recruits still can leave, by the way. I think there's a rule in place where they can still make a choice to not attend that university anymore if something changes. But yeah, putting themselves so far behind the rest of the country in the coaching search, that's something that I feel like they would, if they knew they were going to do it,
right?
They would have probably done that before National Signing Day.
They would have done it a week and a half
ago. To get the coach that could then, in theory, retain their recruiting class ahead of time.
Right. So yeah, the whole thing is very, very messy. Yeah, I did throw out the theory. I was asking questions. Dave's going to sue me. He said no.
He's going to sue everybody.
He's going to sue me for infringement of the Michigan man. I was just simply asking the question.
Harassing man.
I'll say this. I'm starting to think the whole Michigan man thing is kind of not real.
What do you mean?
I just listen, and we like both these guys, so I could say this, and I'm not. They obviously have nothing to do with this, but I do in times like this think of Rich Eisen and Adam Schefter, and just them like being like, God damn it, we're Michigan men.
Yeah,
how could this happen?
I've been thinking about Shefty all day today. I have
all day.
Also,
he's in hell right now.
Shout out to Shefty. He sent very nice Christmas presents.
Oh yeah, really nice.
He's the Cashmere King.
I need to text him.
Yeah, but yeah,
that was the pullover.
Yeah.
I didn't know where that came from. I didn't have a note in mine. I was confused. That makes sense.
It's very soft.
It is so soft. Thank you, Adam.
If I think I own 3 cashmere items, and I think they're all from Adam Schefter.
Yeah.
What a guy.
He knows
the
comfort.
best.
But yeah,
I was so confused.
He's got to be in hell right now. Rich Eisen makes me laugh thinking about him.
Oh yeah, because it's like what do you mean the Michigan man? We're Michigan men.
Yeah,
how have we had all these controversies? We're Michigan men.
Yeah. There's really no escaping this one.
No. This one was bad. Really bad. So, where do they go from here? I do not know. I think they should have, well, we do have interim. I'm going to bet Michigan in the bowl game because it is going to be Biff.
Interim Biff.
Biff is a guy who can win a bowl game.
He'd be a legend. I pitched this.
Cannons.
I pitched this
Cannons.
to Dave. Dave didn't bite on it, but I mean, there's a coach out there that coached for the New England Patriots. He's won a Super Bowl. He's a great college coach, proven national championship winning college coach. Pete Carroll. Why not Pete Carroll for Dave? I think that would be a good fit.
I don't know who they're going to hire. Brian Kelly would obviously be the funniest.
Brian Kelly would be very funny.
Would be the funniest of like just because Michigan and Notre Dame hate each other and just having that. Dave having to become a Brian Kelly guy would be very, very funny.
Yeah. The name I thought about was Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien was what?
Did you see how his football team played this year?
Yeah, I know there's that, but
It's really bad.
But also, he was a very good college coach in the Big Ten for Penn State. He took over the program when there was actually after
Yeah.
a very large scandal.
Yeah.
And then when he coached for the Texans, Arian actually told me that Bill O'Brien was his favorite coach, the best
I believe that.
offensive mind that he ever played for.
I just don't know. Michigan, I feel like they can't hire a coach who I think would they win 2 games this year? I don't even know. They were just non-competitive.
They weren't good.
They're going to get someone. They're going to get. It is funny because Michigan men are now going around being like, "You call everyone. You even see is the ink dry on the Matt Campbell deal?
Yeah.
Like you call Kalen DeBoer. You call Dan Lanning. It's like I don't know, man. It seems like a pretty messy situation you're walking into.
I think Kalen DeBoer might pick up the phone.
Well, Larry Ellison money.
Yeah.
Would make you want to pick up the phone.
There was an untraceable jet that took off from Ypsilanti to fly down to the airport that is closest to Nick Saban today. You got to make him say no.
My only question,
Michigan's
Untraceable.
untraceable, meaning that they don't
can't
they
trace
don't
it.
publish the tail number.
my only question is
Feels illegal.
what, and obviously there's a dark side of this, so we're not making light of the dark side of this. Like I hope the girl's okay. I feel bad for Sherrone Moore's family. He's got 3 kids. That part is bad. Like all of it, that part is bad. The thing that I'm interested in, and this will be answered far down the line, is there a chance Sherrone Moore talks about Connor Stallions? Because he knew a lot.
Like he flips.
Well, remember Sherrone
Like
Moore?
that'd be very. Sherrone Moore's meeting with the police right now, and they're like, "Okay, tell us about what you
Yeah.
did. What you did today and yesterday." He goes, "I'll tell you everything about Connor Stallions."
I know this is not the top of the line of like storylines, but like there has to be people in the Michigan building right now that are thinking like, oh, this could get bad because he was involved in all of it. And remember he deleted all his texts with Connor Stallions because he was just so upset that a guy like that could be associated with the program.
Yeah, he was furious.
He was so furious he deleted all the texts.
like, well, when you're a guy like Sherrone Moore and there's somebody that's putting the entire program in jeopardy, you just want them completely. You say, "No, sir, you're supposed to be a Michigan man."
when I get mad at someone, I delete all the texts with them.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so fucking mad. I'm just gonna delete every time I ever talk to you.
I do think Kalen DeBoer would pick up the phone. Obviously, he's got his hands full right now with the playoffs. I think also Dillingham would pick up the phone.
Oh yeah, and Michigan will be fine overall. This isn't like a program ender. I mean, the other part of this, and this is again, there's bigger stories here, but like, he wasn't really that good of a coach. So he's like, and he probably was going to be on the severe hot seat this year. You wish this shit hadn't happened. But there's probably a sect of Michigan fans that are like, okay, well, this is just the stuff is ugly, but this is going to happen next year anyway.
Yeah, but you do wish that this had come out, a month, 2 months ago.
Yeah. Was there a rumor that he was texting during the?
There's a lot of rumors out there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be crazy.
There was.
I'll
I
just say
also
that would
saw-
be crazy.
There was an OnlyFans model who said that he slid into her DMs. I followed her on her Instagram just to.
Journalism.
I'm covering the story, so I might as well know every angle.
Yeah.
You got to. You can't. We got to do our jobs.
I'm that way with Jerry O'Connell. Whenever he sends me an Instagram lady, I assume that the profile has
Not
something to
for
do
air.
with fantasy football, so
Yeah.
I'll follow her.
Not for air. Okay. Should we get to our Week 15 picks and preview? Let's do it. Okay, before we get to Week 15 picks and preview, DraftKings, one touchdown can change everything. The crowd, the momentum, the game itself, it never gets old. Feel that same rush with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, where every touchdown could bring you closer to cashing in. With DraftKings Sportsbook, all the action's in your hands. First touchdown, anytime TD, live bets, every play, every snap, every game matters. Missouri listeners, listen up. DraftKings Sportsbook is now live in the Show Me State. Here's the best part. New customers bet just $5. If your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. When your team hits the end zone, you could hit the payout. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code TAKE. That's code TAKE. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Week 15 picks and preview is brought to you by Uber Eats. This episode is brought to you by Uber Eats, reminding fans that if football coincidentally makes you hungry, You can get game day deals on wings, burgers, beer, chips, and more all season long, all on Uber Eats. What are we thinking, boys? Super Bowl Sunday, this Sunday.
What about pizza?
Pizza. What about a chicken parm? We haven't done chicken parm.
Chicken
in a long
parm's
time.
good.
What about like a 12-foot sub?
12-foot sub would be good.
And we eat it from the outside in.
Yeah, what was that, Max?
I actually love when we do that.
Yeah. Wait, so that was a good sign.
Yeah, no, I was gonna do my salad bit again, but then you said chicken parm sub that we like those big, like 12-foot chicken parm subs.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite lunch day that we do.
Do they make duck parm?
Sure.
I don't think I've ever heard of duck. Shut the fuck up, Max.
Ugh.
Pifsy's on his duck.
I'm on
All
a
right.
duck kick.
So you'll love being able to get all your personal favorite game day foods delivered on Uber Eats so that you never miss a play. When football makes you hungry, get game day deals all season long, only on Uber Eats. Week 15, boys, we're getting down to it.
I'm very thankful for one thing, Big Cat. The fact that you have not done the
I
thing
know.
that you've done in the past where you tell me the fraction of how far through the season we are.
But it's
Because I don't want to think about it.
But I also-
but once you say the number 15, it's impossible to not notice.
yeah, I didn't warn you this year. I was conscious of not warning you because I know you don't like when I do
I
it.
don't.
But I thought about it in my head when we got to like week 9 and then but week 15, like it's it.
We're looking at
We have as many regular season weeks left as we do playoff weeks. So that's like we're in the playoffs.
Yeah, we got some clinching stuff going on this weekend.
We also have a very funny slate of no buys. Obviously, buys are over, but we have a very funny slate of some really good consequential games and then some 13-point spreads.
Which I'm okay with. I'm okay with having a few very, very important games. I think there's a couple games this weekend where we've got two teams that are vying for the 1 seed that are on massive winning streaks.
Yeah.
That are both underdogs.
Yes.
This weekend.
So let's start with it because we have the Bills and the Patriots. That is probably going to be TV.
Gotta
little
be.
TV.
Gotta be.
Yeah,
TV1.
TV1. Bills. Well, the only other one would be Ravens Bengals, but I agree. I think this is TV1.
This is it. This is a big matchup.
Bills Patriots. Patriots are 1.5 point underdogs. Over under is 49.5. Did you know, Hank, that in their matchups, Drake May is 3-0 against the spread versus Josh Allen?
I did know that.
It's pretty good.
He's the only QB 3-0 against the spread or better versus Josh Allen. Now, that's obviously not straight up, but he did beat them straight up earlier this year,
Yep.
which feels like forever ago. But that was also the moment that it
The
felt
torch
like
was passed.
the torch was passed. Do you think there's a chance the torch gets passed back?
That would not happen if the Patriots lose. The torch is not getting passed back. That's not how it works.
You've been very consistent about that because I agree with you. I think that the torch could get passed back.
That's just not how it works.
Well, how does it work? Explain it to us.
The torch has been passed, and that's it.
It's over.
Yeah.
So
the torch is going to die with Drake May.
if the
Yeah.
if the
that's
Bills
that's how it happens.
Memes has got something to say.
Think
Yeah.
about the Great Wall. of
Joe
China.
Milton won that game. Joe Milton. So it's like
That's a good point
It's like
by
2-0.
Memes.
2-0.
That's a
against
great
Josh.
That's
We're talking
true.
about the torch passing game memes.
I apologize.
Please.
You're right.
But Hank, no, the torch will have to be passed to somebody.
You remember Lord of the Rings when they have to like light the beacon and it goes from like boom to boom to boom.
Yeah, I remember the boom to boom to boom.
Like it doesn't get passed back. It just keeps going. Drake May has the torch and then it will go until he passes it to someone else.
But wait, what happens if the Bills? So this game is a t-shirt and hat game for you guys.
Yep.
The Bills, if they win this game and then the Patriots catch another, if the Bills have to win out and the Patriots have to catch another loss, I think they would. Do they have the tiebreaker? Because it would. I don't know what the tiebreaker would be.
I'm not sure how that tiebreaker would work.
I think it would be
The Bills are technically still alive in the
conference record. Would it not be?
Is that the first one?
and the Bills
This
have,
is things losers worry about. I'm not even thinking that.
well, we're
far
trying to
ahead.
figure this
No, I
out.
know.
How the Bills could still win the. They have a hard road to win the AFC East. I'm just asking if the Bills could win the AFC East. Would you still say the torch was passed? If it was in
Probably
conference,
not,
by
yeah,
the way, if
probably
it was
not.
conference
Yeah.
record, it would be to the Bills because they have one NFC loss. The Patriots have. This would be their third AFC loss, and then saying like they lost to the Ravens or something.
Yeah,
What is it? The tiebreaker for the AFCs comes down to head-to-head record, then division record, common opponents, and conference record. Oh, so actually, it would actually be Patriots if they end up with the same, because the Bills lost to the Dolphins. Huh.
So
You guys are going to win the AFCs.
Hank, if the Bills won, I think you could say that it was a premature call of the torch passing on your part.
Nope.
Is that what you're saying?
No.
But it can't go back? What if the Bills beat the Patriots and the Bills win the division?
If they win the division, then we can have the conversation, but that's not going to happen.
Okay, but is that conversation going to be the torch is going back to Josh Allen, or I fucked up, I was wrong in saying that the torch was ever passed?
It would be that I fucked up, I was wrong, the torch was ever passed.
Okay. So, Hank, I want to tell you something. I'm moving on from the Drake May 300 thing.
Oh.
Even though I think he's probably going to do it this weekend. But truthfully, truthfully, I looked into it. The stat doesn't really mean anything at all. It's an arbitrary number. He's averaging like 280 yards a game, or I think it's like 265. But he's averaging a whole lot of yards per game. So who really cares if you go past 300? The number doesn't mean anything. I'm done trying to pick apart Drake May to make myself feel better. Because I was looking into the Patriots. Well, I'm being honest.
I know. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
honest?
This is it.
There has to be a
No. There's not. No.
I'm on the edge of my seat for the rest of this.
No, I'm super impressed with the Patriots this year. I think that the Patriots, Mike Vrabel is a great coach. He should be coach of the year. Mike Vrabel, he's got his team playing for the first seed, the top number 1 seed in the AFC. And the last time he did that was with the Titans back in 2021.
This is what it is.
So I compared the two teams because I was like, there a lot of similarities here. The quarterbacks, you got 2 6'4", 220-pound guys. Ryan Tannehill, Drake May. Tannehill, incidentally, only threw for over 300 yards once that whole season. Again, showing you 300 doesn't make a difference.
Drake May could still do that.
Which he still could. And Tannehill was an awesome quarterback that year. People were talking about him like, this guy is the future. He's the real deal. They both have Harold Landry at outside linebacker.
Oh, wow.
Same guy. They both lost the first game of the season and then overcame that, went on a little tear. Both great defenses against the run. The Patriots allow 4 yards per carry. That Titans team allowed 3.9.
Which, by the way, just as a side note, this is, I feel like Milton Williams being out this might be where it pops up because James Cook wasn't going to pop up against the Giants. This could be the game where James Cook goes, has a very nice game.
I think the Bills have the number 1 rushing offense in the league. Yeah.
But keep going. Sorry.
Okay, so overall, the Titans were the second best run defense. The Patriots are the third best right now. Passing defense, you guys had the edge on that one. You allow 6.8 yards per pass. The 2021
Hank
Titans
has his eyes closed.
Allow 7.1. So you've got the edge on that one.
He's fake sleeping.
The Titans, they had 23 rushing touchdowns.
He's now got a smirk.
In 2021. The Patriots are on pace for about 17. The Titans averaged 21 first downs per game that year. Great offense. Patriots averaged 20 first downs. So they're very similar teams. And it goes to show you that Mike Vrabel is the one commonality. He's a great coach. I will never not believe in a Mike Vrabel team. He's shown that he can do it. Back in 2021, the Tennessee Titans got the number 1 overall seed in the AFC that year. And I think what the Patriots are doing this year, it's going to be the same. You're going to get that top seed behind the leadership of your great head coach, Mike Vrabel. And so I'm done being a hater.
Great. That's great news.
I'm done being a hater.
Thank you for that.
Yep.
Thank you for your endorsement.
What happened with that Titans team?
I actually didn't look up and see. I remember that they got
all
the
those
number
stats.
1
Number 1 seed. They must have won it all.
They lost their first game to the Bengals in the playoffs that year. But that's irrelevant of what I'm trying to do, Big Cat. I don't know why you have to be negative about it.
I was just asking a question. Yeah, I remember I bet the Titans in that game, and Tannehill threw those 3 picks, and it was just like, how does he keep throwing those picks?
Yeah, I mean, you got to do it in the playoffs. That's the thing. It's like regular season, great. Do it in the playoffs.
Agreed.
By the way, the Bills are, since 2020, they're 19-3 in the month of December. So they're one of these teams. We talked about it last week with the Packers. They're one of these teams that gets better late as the season goes along. And Josh Allen is 4 touchdowns away from 300 career touchdowns, which would make him the first player ever to hit 300 touchdowns before the age of 30.
Wow.
That's pretty crazy.
That is, yeah.
How do you feel about this game?
I think the Patriots are going to win, but if we're being honest in the trust tree,
let's have a hard conversation.
The fact that they are underdogs, there's like 5 of what feels like the biggest sucker underdogs on the board this week. Patriots, again, if I remove my bias from the situation, would be one where they're playing so good.
Yeah.
Their 10-game win streak, MVP, quarterback. great defense at home against a team they already beat that's not playing the best right now, they should be favored. The fact that they're not is scary.
Everyone's going to look and be like, wait, the Patriots are way
favored?
better
Yeah.
than the Bills. They're underdogs.
Smash the Patriots.
Smash it.
Is this almost
that
like
never works.
the Big Ten championship game where whichever team wins, that guy's more likely to get the MVP?
What?
Like Big Ten championship game,
I think Stafford
the
screws that up.
the winning
Yeah.
quarterback
He's saying the Heisman.
for the Heisman.
But Josh, it's not between.
No, Josh Allen's
and
back
Drake
in
May.
it.
Yeah, Josh Allen is definitely in.
But
it.
they're not
definitely in it.
1-2.
Stafford's
They're
in
not
there,
1-2, but Josh Allen
If it
is
was the
definitely
Patriots
back in it.
Rams, I would say yes.
It's Stafford right now, Drake May, Jordan Love, Josh Allen. Those are the four.
So no, bad comparison.
But between those two, I would say that whoever wins this game might have a better chance.
Duh.
Oh, you got dud.
Pretty much what I'm saying, Hank.
You got dud, PFT. Damn.
Hey,
That-
listen,
That was a good duh.
That was a good
duh.
duh. That was a good duh.
We needed that.
The dull was solid.
If one of these quarterbacks plays good and their team wins the game,
against
I
the other
think-
one
I
in a
think
head-to-head
MVP,
matchup, you
it's
dumb
gonna be-
shit.
it's not how. That's not how it. No.
You don't think you don't
PFT, do you think the
head-to-head
Heisman? Do you think Sayan and Mendoza? Do you think that game mattered for the Heisman?
I think it mattered a little bit.
I
yeah,
think
Max.
what PFT
Yeah.
is trying to say is that whoever wins this game is going to end up finishing second to Matthew Stafford in MVP.
The Matthew Stafford and Drake May have been flip flopping. They're week by week. Obviously,
Yeah.
Drake May didn't play last week, but
It's really going to be. It's the dumb. I actually hate that this is how awards have worked in football now, because the Heisman coming down to the Big Ten championship and being like whatever quarterback wins. The MVP in the NFL is just whichever quarterback has the 1 or 2 seed. That's really it. It's not really much more than that.
Yeah.
So, which is kind of stupid.
So Drake May, you said that he would go to 3-0 against the Bills.
He is 3-0 right now against the spread
Against the
Bills.
spread.
So he's
against
not,
the Bills.
not
Oh yeah, and then
straight up.
Joe Milton was
Yeah.
the quarterback last year. Yeah.
Yeah,
May started. But yeah,
Drake May started and then got hurt in that game. So it starts 3-0 against the spread.
The Bills on defense have been very good against the pass. Christian Benford. Here's a crazy stat about Christian Benford. He allowed 0 catches to Jamar Chase. He was matched up with him 16 times. He has now held Chase, Emeka Ibuka, DK Metcalf, and Drake London to a grand total of 0 receptions this year across all those receivers.
He's also the only player in the NFL this season with 2 interceptions, 2 sacks, and 2 defensive TDs.
And they were back-to-back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see Josh Allen. He hasn't played in a game like at Foxborough in these circumstances where Foxborough is going to be rocking.
It is. It does feel like
Should be a night game. This game should be Sunday Night Football.
I agree.
Whatever.
I think, like, if the Patriots had lost this is really obvious, but if the Patriots had lost the first matchup, I would like the Patriots in this game. But the fact that they won it, it's like, I think when you have 2 really good teams in division, they feel like they split.
But yeah, and this is why like when you ask me about the teams I'm worried about, this is the reason where it's like, Josh, this is a proven team. The Bills are a proven successful juggernaut team. Patriots want to get there. This is a game, but it's going into it. It's I'm not at like 100% confidence. This is definitely a win for us.
If you lose this game, will the sky be falling a little bit?
No, it depends. It's similar.
You
It's the same comparison I'd say to the Bears Packers, where it's like if it's a close loss, that can be built upon.
But if it's
a blowout, sky might be there might be some cracks in the sky, but I don't think it's
Because
gonna
like
be a blowout.
the Packers-Bears game last week, I said after the game
It was a
that
good loss.
But
It was
if
a
the Bears
productive
had
loss.
continued to play like they played in the first half, in the second half, it would have been a little sky is falling.
Right.
Because it would have been like, whoa, we're not even close.
But you just need worst case scenario. It's got to be close. And,
I do think
and
it's
they
gonna be a
have
close
to be
game.
and they have to be in the fight and fighting.
Can I flip my advisor's pick to the over in this game? I would like to officially.
I don't know.
All right, so I'm saying this before advisors comes out. I've thought about it more. I cannot bet
Might be snowing.
I can't bet the under in a Drake May versus Josh Allen game. So I'd like to formally flip that.
I do think that 1.5 points for the Bills, that does seem a little fishy, doesn't it?
Very.
Very fishy. Like somebody knows something.
Yeah, Stu might know the score before it happens.
Somebody might know something about this one.
Okay, next game. So official prediction.
Patriots by 2.
Well, give us a score.
34-32.
Oh, definitely over then.
Yeah.
Gotta hit the over.
Good.
Live over.
That's
too.
actually terrible. 32 is an insane number, whatever.
What, 34, 32?
34, 31.
Oh, so Patriots by 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Next game, Ravens -2.5 at the Bengals, over under 51.5. Are we a little nervous about Joe Burrow's comments in the press this week where I don't want to guess how he's feeling, but
Yeah.
it gave me some Andrew Luck vibes. He said, if I want to keep doing this, I have to have fun doing it. I've been through a lot. If it's not fun, then what am I doing it for? There's just a lot of things going on right now. When I saw that, I got instantly bummed out.
Yeah, I was pretty bummed out about it. And I was like, Joe's a thoughtful guy. Sometimes he takes a while to think through his answers, and he doesn't feel rushed up there, and his cadence isn't always like the most gregarious or outgoing. So maybe I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And then I saw it was also on his birthday that he said that. And he did seem very bummed out for a birthday.
Yeah.
That didn't seem like a birthday attitude from Joe. Then everybody started pulling up all the stats of how much he got hit over the years, compared it to Andrew Luck, and it's a pretty comparable rate. I think he's gotten sacked more than Andrew Luck, despite having played way less games than him. It's taken a toll on Joe.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a unique problem to Joe Burrow. I would actually be surprised. If you were to ask like every NFL player, do you have fun playing football?
Well, I think winning is fun. That's
fun.
the problem. I think that this doesn't get said if they're 9-4, not 4-9.
Right.
But yeah, I would say there's probably parts of the job that are not fun.
Yeah, a lot of the job I think probably when anytime you lose, and then every season except if you win the Super Bowl, you just leave and you feel super bummed out for like 3 weeks.
Yep.
So I hope that Joe's doing okay. I know that he's a very confident guy. So if he's actually not having fun, he'll feel like he's comfortable making the decision saying, I'd like to not play football anymore.
Yeah. But it bummed me out.
It did bum me out.
I don't want to see Joe Burrow. I don't want to lose Joe Burrow before. Yeah, I just don't. I like watching Joe Burrow play football.
I do too. And there's, also a possibility that he could just not like playing football in Cincinnati. And,
yes.
And other people have had that same thought over the years. Other quarterbacks have had that same thought.
Yes.
So that could also be part of the equation.
Yeah, the Carson Palmer. Yeah, if you wanted to go Carson Palmer instead of the Andrew Luck vibe to it.
Yeah, but it did bum me out hearing him talk like that.
Yeah, big time. Lamar, he hasn't looked right, but I actually think he played better in the second half against the Steelers, and I'm thinking maybe, and Lamar is one of those quarterbacks similar to Josh Allen and the Bills, like he gets better as the season goes in terms of regular season. He gets better as the season goes longer and longer, and like in the end of the seasons, he usually picks it up a little bit.
To a certain extent.
To a certain extent.
And then it goes too long. But the Ravens right now are in a situation where I think if they win on Sunday, they then control their own destiny. Is that right? I think so. They could also win the AFC North at 7-10.
Yeah,
that's a possibility too. If they beat the Steelers, they could get there.
Yeah. So it's the Ravens have had a weird season that hasn't gone well, but they're still right there and they have everything in front of them.
You're right though. Like Lamar doesn't look right, and he's not nearly as fast as he has been. I saw a stat that was like in the weeks before he got injured this year, he was running at an average of like 15 miles per hour when he had the ball, and now it's down to 11 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So I think after the season's over, we're probably going to get that classic, like hockey players do this a lot, or LeBron James does this a lot. Right when the season's over, we're going to find out that Lamar Jackson didn't have a hamstring this year.
Right.
And he's going to have to just be immobilized for about a month.
That all makes sense now.
I did our weekly hit with the Pittsburgh radio people on Wednesday morning, and they had a guest in studio. Do you know who that guest was?
Who?
It was Gene Steratore.
Oh!
Which we should have him on the show.
We should have him on the show.
I like Gene, but I did not know that he was going to be on there, but I had the opportunity to press him a little bit about what happened in that Ravens-Steelers game. And Gene was saying they applied the rule correctly, but it's a shitty rule.
Okay.
And I disagree with him on that because I think that likely continuing to extend the ball should count as a football act.
I'd agree.
Because, he didn't initiate the football act after the second foot came down, but he continued doing the football act he was already doing.
Yes.
I don't know. It's more of a philosophical thing. But then I asked him, has the NFL considered doing the ACC model or the EPL model where they go to replay review and you get the entire behind-the-scenes aspect of it, where you get to hear the guys talking about what they're looking at, how they're evaluating it. And he was like, the NFL is never going to do that because they like having a little curtain there.
They don't want to see how the sausage gets made.
You don't want to see how I think his words were, you don't want to see the guy that looks like he's a 13-year-old with an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
That's controlling the replay on that.
Yeah.
And he also confirmed that Butterworth is a real guy. Mark Butterworth is a real human being. But I also got the vibe from him that maybe the actual on-the-field refs don't necessarily respect the replay refs.
They don't respect Butterworth.
Well, the first thing that he said was, yeah, I mean, he's great at his job. He was never a real ref, never spent time on the field actually refereeing the games, but he's very good, and those replay guys are very good at doing the replay. So I feel like there's a big beef between...
It's just a bunch of button pushers.
Yeah, you got the analog refs and the digital refs, and I don't think the analog refs have any respect at all for the guys behind the screen.
They're just looking at screens, yeah.
They're playing video games back there. We're out here. They look at themselves like NFL players look at themselves.
Right.
And then the guys behind the screen, that's like the fantasy refs.
Put a jersey on.
They haven't seen the field on a Sunday.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't know they don't know game
hostile
speed.
environment.
You've never been in a locker room?
Yeah, they're nerds sitting in their mom's basement watching NFL games.
You never checked for PSI before a game.
You've never gotten rolled over by a running back going to the sideline. By the way, so obviously Joe Burrow beat Lamar Jackson on Thanksgiving night, but Lamar Jackson is 6-2 overall in the series. Here's the Lamar Jackson stat that I was looking up. That's crazy. Lamar Jackson, anyone want to guess what his record is weeks 15 through 18 in the regular season? This is a straight up record. 15 through 18. Weeks 15 through 18.
I'm trying to think how many years he's played. I'm going to say he is...
It's 15 games.
Okay.
Because he's been injured some of the years.
I think he's 13-2.
8-7.
He's 15-0.
Wow.
15-0 weeks
I thought
15
that was a
through
negative
18.
Stat.
No. It's pretty crazy.
That's
now
bad.
there's some years that he did get hurt and had a couple, like what year was it? I think there was the 2021 season. He had a loss in week 13, a loss in week 14, then got hurt. So he didn't play weeks 15 through 18. He had 2 losses there. So, but that is pretty crazy. When he's playing, it's pretty nuts.
And the Ravens are always the team that starts out super injured, and then they get healthy as the season goes on, backs against the wall.
The one thing with the Ravens that is, the Lamar Jackson has not looked great, and it's also the red zone offense. So the red zone offense for the Ravens in 2023 ranked 7th. So 61.8%. So when they get in the red zone, they score a touchdown 61.8% of the time. Last year, they were first, 74.2%. This year, they're 30th, 44.9%. So worse than half. Half the time they get in the red zone, they do not score a touchdown. That's bad.
Really bad.
That's where you can say that things have fallen apart. And I'm still kind of buying Ravens stock, but I don't know. They're just a weird team this year.
You have them on a watch list right now.
Yeah, I haven't watched this. All right.
Do you think there's any possibility we would see John Harbaugh leave and go to Michigan?
I do not. It would be cool.
It'd be cool.
It would be cool. I do not, though. But it would be cool.
Do you think that John Harbaugh is going to stick around in Baltimore if they don't make the playoffs? If they lose out?
I feel like it's just I feel like Tomlin and Harbaugh are a package deal. I know that sounds really stupid. They coach different teams.
No,
different
what about a
organizations.
trade?
No, I'm saying
it's going to be like when an 89-year-old woman dies and then a week later her husband dies.
Yeah.
They're going to leave at the same time naturally.
But it's going to be more so like if the Ravens fire John Harbaugh, the Steelers are going to be like, "Oh, we didn't know we could do that." And then they'll do that with Tomlin. So one of them's going to make the playoffs. So I think both will survive this year.
I think the Steelers are actually waiting for the Ravens and Harbaugh to move on. It's like a point of pride to them.
Right.
It's like no matter what, we're going to keep him.
We want this.
He's going to stick around for at least a week after Harbaugh's gone.
But I think both organizations don't even realize you can fire.
Yeah.
So next game is another big one. So these are the 3 big ones that we'll have in prominent spots on the TVs. Chargers at Chiefs. Chiefs minus 5.5, over under 41.5.
Trap. All 3 traps.
I was gonna say I love the Chiefs in this game, and I'm saying that from a point I'm not someone who's been chasing the Chiefs every single week. Last week, actually, on our best bets, I had the Texans. I liked the Texans last week. I thought that was a game that made no sense to me, that the Texans were going to be within a field goal no matter what. They ended up winning outright. This feels like a huge trap. Everyone watched the Chargers win on Monday night. Everyone watched the Chiefs lose on Sunday night. Now the Chargers are getting 5.5 points? Huh? Chiefs by 2 touchdowns.
It's pretty crazy because the Chiefs, it's a must win. If they lose, they could be out this weekend.
Oh yeah, they're out.
It's not that crazy to be like mathematically eliminated. If they lose and the Bills beat the Patriots, the Jags beat the Jets, and the Texans beat the Cardinals.
Well, if they lose,
then the Chiefs as of Sunday will be eliminated.
And even if they lose, they won't technically be eliminated, but they will be eliminated.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because like if you look at who's playing who, the Texans have a couple of games that they should definitely win. The Chargers have, I think, a game or two that they should win. I think they play the Broncos might not start in 1 week 18. That's actually what it's all gearing up to, which kind of sucks. That the way the Chiefs can get into the playoffs, they obviously have to win on Sunday, and they need the Chargers to lose another game and then lose to the Broncos week 18.
Yeah.
But there's a good chance the Broncos could be, whether they're the 1 or 2 seed, wherever it may be, they could be set in their seeding, not play anyone, and the Broncos would love to not play anyone to keep the Chiefs out of the playoffs.
Yeah, so if Kansas City even wins out, if they win all their games, right now they're at a 46% chance to make the playoffs.
Because it's all about that Chargers-Broncos game.
Because it's all about what happens at the end of the season.
Yeah, like the Chargers. I was playing with the machine the other day, and the Chargers, who do the Chargers have left? I know they have the Texans is one of their games, but I'm pretty sure the Chargers could lose their next 3 games and then beat the Broncos and still get in over the Chiefs.
So do you think that the Chargers take their foot off the gas?
I do not. The Chargers. So the Chargers played the Chiefs at Dallas, Houston, at Denver. Obviously not an easy schedule, but again, as long as they win that game against the Broncos, they're going to most likely be in, at least over the Chiefs.
I'm interested to see what Justin Herbert looks like, because on Monday he did not look like he was comfortable playing football.
No.
Like he was okay running the ball. He was like, very gutsy, and at the end of the game he kind of put it on his own shoulders. But I don't know if he's going to be super effective at throwing the ball downfield.
Yeah. I think this might be the game that like the Chiefs, because if you look at the Chargers, they've had an interesting season where they've had obviously some big wins, but they've also had, you remember that game against the Jaguars a few weeks ago where they got piled on? I think there's a chance this could be, and I'm calling my shots, so this might look really stupid because the Chiefs have not given us any reason to think that they could do this, but it does feel like this is the spot, and the line makes no sense. I agree. It's like, why is this 5.5?
It doesn't at all.
And again, it's coming off 2 primetime games. You watch the Chargers win, you watch the Chiefs lose, you put them together. Shane said it when he was talking about at SoFi. No one was open for the Chargers. I don't know, and they can't block up front. And the Chiefs, their defense, their pass rush hasn't gotten home, but they should get home against a Chargers team that can't block. I think Mahomes going to maybe do the dink and dunk down the field. I like the Chiefs in this game.
Did you know that Phillip Rivers, obviously returning for the Colts this week, he already returned this year. At the start of the year, he signed a 1-day contract to retire as a member of the Chargers.
Oh, wow.
What happens to that 1-day contract? What guarantees were there? Is there any offset language?
Or they got to do it again.
They have to do another? So after the season's over, he's going to re-sign a 1-day contract
They're
with the
going to
Chargers?
have to do it again.
Shane was saying that the Chargers should get compensatory picks.
I agree.
Because he signed with the Chargers and then signed again with another team.
I agree.
Hank, how much?
Wait, did the Chargers did they release him or put him on waivers?
It was a 1-day contract.
That's a 1-day contract, but a lot of times you retain the guy's rights. Like, I mean, look at
I don't think so.
The guy from the Lions
5 years ago. Yeah, but he retired with a contract still going.
I'm just saying,
Rivers wasn't on the Chargers when he retired.
A 1-day a 1-day contract.
Right. Those aren't real.
Well, that's what Max and I are talking about.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of rights go along with a 1-day contract?
1 day.
I would try to enforce some of those. I'd file a grievance if I'm Jim Harbaugh.
How much are you hoping that Patrick Mahomes doesn't make the playoffs? Not just because
so much. Are you kidding?
Not just because of playing the Chiefs potentially, but also the stat that gets floated around now, which is a crazy stat, that Tom Brady never took a snap in the NFL with his team eliminated.
Yeah,
which is an insane stat. In the regular season, he never took a snap in the NFL. He didn't make the playoffs at least one year, but the team was still
2002.
Alive. They were still alive
and then he
in
got
week
hurt.
16. Yeah. So he never took a snap when his team was eliminated from the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, Mahomes is on the wrong side of 30. This at the same age. This was Brady's. Obviously, they lost the Super Bowl, but it was the perfect season, record-breaking year. And then he won 4 Super Bowls after that season. So I'm always on the I hated the narrative going into the Super Bowl last year that Mahomes was going to be ahead of Brady if they won. They lost. Then they don't make the playoffs. He's kind of old, fatter, slower.
Oh.
Andy Reid's on his way out. Kelsey's on his way out. Tyreek Hill ain't walking through that door. It would be a real shame.
Older, fatter, slower.
Unlike Brady, who sped up at the end of his career and
Yeah.
added the second dimension of the running game.
But he was always a pass. He was always a gunslinger.
You should sell that shirt, older, fatter, slower.
Mm-hmm. I don't like that you're body shaming him.
Yeah, I don't either. He's a father.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I would argue that Patrick Mahomes is also a gunslinger.
Not anymore. Have you seen him throw the deep ball this year?
No, but you were like Tom Brady was always a gunslinger.
But Patrick Mahomes.
It's not like Patrick Mahomes was like a rushing
dynamic
quarterback.
Also,
comparatively speaking, he was infinitely more dynamic with his feet than Brady was.
Well, I haven't looked up
the
the
early
stat, but
Mahomes MVP years. He was scrambling around, running around, getting first downs. Like
I haven't looked up the stat.
that was a huge part of his game.
I mean,
what are we talking about?
He did run for
Patrick
60
Mahomes-
yards on Sunday night.
Patrick Mahomes might be the leading rusher on the Chiefs this year.
Yeah, he still can run.
It's not as fast.
Okay.
I would.
Because it's the older, fatter?
Yeah.
I think he's fatter, faster.
Yeah.
Older, fatter, faster.
Harder to bring down.
They're going to make the playoffs. They're going to win this game by 30. They're going to make the playoffs.
You keep doing this.
It's going to be Bills, Chiefs, Ravens. They're all going to be in.
Let me look up these stats for Mahomes. I'm curious because he is running the ball a lot.
Yeah, he ran the ball. I think he had 60-plus yards.
He's no longer the leading rusher. Kareem Hunt has 545 yards. Patrick Mahomes is in second with 407 yards.
Because every game, at least down this stretch, has been a playoff game. And you know one thing about Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, he's going to use his feet to get first down.
Yeah, he's averaging 6.6 yards per carry, Hank.
It's pretty good.
Older, fatter, faster.
That's pretty damn good.
It's all right.
Okay, we're going to go into the games that are now higher spreads. Starting with Browns at Bears. Bears minus 7.5, over under 38.5. It's going to be cold. It's going to be cold.
Yeah.
Wind chill.
Bear
Then it's
weather.
going to get warm again on Monday.
I guess I kind of had like the moment where I saw that stat about the weather in Chicago, and it didn't hit me that was the weather that I would be living in. Like I was like, oh, that's going to be miserable. And then
Well,
I was like a couple hours later, I was like, fuck.
Well, we're going to be
Sunday-
sitting on our couch.
That's where we live.
On
Yeah.
Sunday, I think it was like -4 was the low, maybe 12 was the high, but the
It's looking
wind
sad.
chill is probably going to be like
Zach.
-10.
Zach, what about 46 on Thursday?
Ooh.
46 on Thursdays. We got to get to Thursday.
Yeah, we got to get to Thursday.
There's a world where we don't get to Thursday.
But yeah, it's going to be cold. It's going to be very, very cold game.
Shador's going to get blobbed.
Yep. He's going to get blobbed for sure. Wind chill. I am nervous about this game just because I think the Browns, when we talk about it every single week, that the Browns are in every game, at least at halftime, and you don't want to fuck around in a situation like that.
Yeah.
The one thing the Browns have going against them is I think their entire right side of their offensive line is hurt.
They got 3 guys.
Center, guard, tackle.
Yep.
That's not good, especially for a team that wants to run the ball. What?
Concerned about this being a look ahead.
It's not a look at it. It would be a trap game. It's the definition of a trap game because you get the Packers on each side.
But it's a little bit different for the Bears because they know that these are the games they got to win.
Yeah.
You got to get fat on these games.
It's a can't lose. It's not a must win. It's a can't lose. Cannot lose this game. And yeah, I am sufficiently ears perked up. Don't let the Browns hang around in a weird cold weather game where you just don't know what's going to happen.
So watching the Titans run against them last week, it actually didn't seem like the Browns did that bad of a job outside of a couple breakout plays. Mm-hmm. Are you thinking like, yeah, that we're going to go back to our running game like we did against the Eagles, and we're going to be able to find something that works against the Browns?
Yeah, I mean, the Browns did lose Malik Collins, which is big for their defensive line. I don't know if that was the only reason why they were run on like they were run on by the Titans. But yes, I think there will be a lot of running in this game from the Bears. And The Bears' weakness, the pass rush. If the Browns have an entire offense, half of an offensive line out, you should be able to get home a little bit. Sure does hold on to the ball. So just take care of business. I don't care how it looks. Just win the game.
We're worried about Quinshawn?
A little bit.
I like Quinshawn
For sure.
Jenkins a
I mean, the
lot.
Bears could be run on. And Kyler Gordon doesn't look like we had him for a game and then he got hurt again in warmups and it looks like he's out now. Jalen Johnson's still trying to work his way back. Like the cold, I don't give a fuck about the cold, obviously, because we're sitting inside and on our couch and we don't give a fuck. I'm worried about cold in terms of injuries. Like guys who are coming back from injuries, guys who have like a Jalen Johnson who has not played a lot this year. Those are the things that make me nervous about the cold.
Yeah.
So
I think the Bears got him. I like the Bears in this game a lot.
I expect them to win. I do think if you were betting this game, I don't know if I would take -7.5.
I don't like taking 7.5.
Correct.
Ever.
Right. In a game that could be weird and you like I think Ben Johnson's plan in this game is win it any way you can, doesn't matter how it looks.
And you might get caroled. You might get Pete caroled at the end of the game.
Could get Pete caroled. But yeah, Kevin Byard said, I don't really believe in trap games. It's the NFL. Everyone is out there playing for something. He's right. Playing on tape.
You remember when Caleb and Shador played in college?
Yes.
That was an awesome game.
Yes, that was an awesome game. That was a big noon kickoff.
It was a great.
Remember, it was like it was local time 9 a.m.
Yeah, and
10 a.m.
I think each quarterback had 4 touchdowns that game.
Yeah,
I get excited when I see rematches of quarterbacks that I remember those games they played in college, like when Baker and Patrick Mahomes play against each other.
Yes,
I'm like it'll be the same game.
But yeah, those games are like, oh man, look how many yards they put up. It's going to happen again.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson's quote, I just want to say it because I loved it so much, and I'm going to just keep saying it in my head over and over. He said he was asked about the playoffs, and he said, we will be a playoff team once we earn enough wins to become a playoff team. Right now we are a 9-win team, and I don't think 9 wins is going to get you in this year, so we have to do what we can to get enough wins to find a way to get into the tournament.
Hank, do you want to say the line?
What?
No duh.
The duh, yeah.
Yeah, well, but it needs to be said. We're a 9-win team.
Duh.
No playoff team.
But no, but that yeah.
It was a good duh.
It wasn't as duh. Worthy.
It wasn't as duh as yours.
Mine was.
If you had asked him, do you think if you win enough games to make the playoffs that you'll be in the tournament?
Duh.
I thought my question was very relevant. You know what? I'm going to bet on whoever wins that game, and I'm not going to give you a penny of the money.
Okay, next up, Commanders Giants.
You still owe me $8,000.
Giants -2.5 over under 46.
I'm waiting until this season where we got.
Yeah.
Like, that could just reverse.
Yeah,
So I'm waiting until
you guys
till
have been playing
January.
a lot of golf.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is I most of my, not hatred, but most of my needling over Drake May comes from the fact that I am legitimately concerned that I might owe Hank $50,000.
But it would only be 42.
More golf.
Yeah.
All right, Commanders to Giants. Giants -2.5 over under 46.5. Is Jaden Daniels playing?
Nope.
No.
Nope. We're gonna get that elbow healthy. Why the fuck was Jaden Daniels playing last week if he was gonna land on his arm and just re-injure it? That makes no sense to me.
Shouldn't have thrown the pick.
It makes no sense to me.
Are you pick shaming? Shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, sometimes
You got to ask what was he doing in that position?
Sometimes picks aren't bad. That was a bad pick.
Where I saw the saddest thing, PFT, our friend Tailgate Teddy.
Yeah, he's going through it.
He has stakes for when the Commanders win a game.
Yeah.
He had to put the stakes in the freezer. He said probably not going to have these stakes till next year.
No, those are going to be.
He made a video. I was like, Teddy, you probably should just eat the steaks and just get new steaks because you don't want to have steaks in the freezer for 9 months.
Those are 2026.
But it was so sad. He just did a video just being like, well, I bought these steaks, was going to do it because I thought we were going to beat the Vikings.
Yeah, he's going
Looks
through
like it's another game.
He's firmly in the camp of play Jaden as much as you can. And he should not play this week.
Football players play.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have played last weekend if you're going to land on your arm and then you're going to have to go out of the game. Like, you're not ready to play at that point.
Yeah, but he hasn't really played a lot this year, and it hasn't looked good when he has played. So you kind of want to get a little momentum going into next year, right?
If he's healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I going into the game last week, I said the same thing. I said, if he's healthy, I think it's important for you to get a few reps out there, for you to get, some live action with your teammates, get into a rhythm, try to work your way out of this hole, get some confidence going. But if you're going to get hurt just by landing on it, then you shouldn't be out there playing in the first place. That's a detriment to the team. I
like the Commanders in this game.
I don't.
Hank showed us last week that Marcus Mariota is better than Jaden Daniels this year.
I don't like the Commanders in this game at all. They need to look alive though. Last week they looked dead.
Why don't you like them?
That was because they looked dead last week.
Yeah, but it's week to week. I mean, the Vikings looked dead the week before.
That's what's so concerning about us looking dead against a dead team.
No, but the Vikings got shut out and then shut someone out.
Right.
And you got shut out. Now you got to shut them out.
They
also
had
got nined.
Bad quarterback to
Nine.
good quarterback. Commanders.
Yeah, you had
Bad
Mariota
quarterback
played
to good quarterback.
Which team? Which offense looked better, Hank? The offense with Jaden Daniels or the offense with Marcus Mariota?
Marcus Mariota in the Broncos game looked good.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about the Vikings game.
I stopped watching. It was like 20.
There's no reason to watch. But what I'm saying, we look dead against a dead team. So that now I'm thinking we're dead.
I agree with you. I'm with you.
We're dead.
PFC.
We're dead. Our defense is the worst in the NFL, and Adam Peters he's probably got some big plans for this offseason, like probably signing Brandon Ayuk or whoever the 49ers decide to cut, because that's all we do is we get the 49ers sloppy seconds on everything. It doesn't seem like we're in a great position right now going into next year. We need to change up almost everybody on defense. Pretty much everybody on defense is going to be gone.
When a bad team gets blown out by 30 plus, they are 97, 68, and 4 against the spread the next game.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Not dead.
Not dead. Maybe we can cover against. Well, the Giants.
It's 2.5. So if you're going to cover, you're probably going to win.
Both of these teams are in a bad spot right now. We are on an 8-game losing streak. The Giants are on a 7-game losing streak. But the Giants' losing streak feels like it's a lot better than our losing streak.
What was that from the booth?
We've decided that I think we're talking too much about this game.
Oh, okay. All right. I was just trying to make the point that I'm gonna bet the Commanders. I think they're gonna be able to run the ball down the throat of the Giants because everyone runs on the Giants.
And
I think Marcus Mariota has done a decent enough job with this offense this year that I like the Commanders in this game.
I understand the logic. I'm very down on the defense, especially.
Okay, too much on that game from the booth.
I disagree, Max.
It is a big game for Tankathon.
Yeah, huge.
We buried the lead. This is a Tankathon game.
This is a huge Tankathon game. If the Commanders win this game, they're gonna vault to like 9-10. If they lose this game, the Giants are gonna go from the first pick to somewhere in the 5 range. It's a huge game.
Yeah, so ultimately by me, that's what it is. I'm so confident we're going to lose because I know that losing this game is actually a big win. Mm-hmm. Get us in the top 5.
Okay, next game. Raiders, Eagles. Eagles minus 11.5, over under 38.5. Max, I know we talked about it a lot on Tuesday. How are we feeling now? The bunny is gone. The Good Vibes bunny has been removed from the locker room. Mm-hmm. I was very close to texting Big Dom asking if I could have it, but I thought that would probably be a bad text to send.
Did they stab it?
I don't know.
It's crazy. A.J. Dillon is the one that brought that.
Oh, that is crazy.
He hasn't played in like 3 months.
Has that been reported, Max?
Oh, yeah.
A.J.
Dillon is the one that brought the positivity rabbit.
It sounds like a guy that if he's around the office and he doesn't really do a whole lot, and he's like, I'll bring some pizzas.
It's exactly what it is.
And so he's
a 4th string running back.
Yeah, so he's trying to get into the good graces of the team. But I brought the positivity rabbit.
He was a healthy scratch this week.
That's got to count for something.
Since Tuesday, I have found myself in a weird spot where I am now a Jalen Hurts defender because I was on Wake Up Barstool on Tuesday morning. I said Jalen Hurts is Russell Wilson 2.0, but literally 10 seconds into the clip, I said Russell Wilson was a very good quarterback. I think Jalen Hurts is a very good quarterback. They're not the top 3 guys in the league, but they're somewhere after that where if their team is good around them, they're winning a Super Bowl. I got then quote tweeted, sent everywhere, NFL people saying I don't know ball. All I'll say is I think Russell Wilson was a very good quarterback. I also think Jalen Hurts is a very good quarterback. And if you want to just talk about it, Russell Wilson never finished second in MVP. Jalen Hurts did.
Russell Wilson.
He would have come in first too if he didn't get hurt.
If he didn't get hurt.
Russell Wilson was. I think you could make the argument he was a top 5 quarterback for most of his first 7 seasons.
Not all 7.
I think he I think he's the winningest quarterback in his first 7 seasons.
But that's
in the history of the league.
But that's not top winningest. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was 2017 to 2020. Russell Wilson was phenomenal. Jalen Hurts is 27 years old. I think Jalen Hurts is going to, I'm not giving up on Jalen Hurts is kind of what I was saying. And, Emmanuel Acho, who has me blocked, so I can't even reply. Every day people prove they didn't watch Russell Wilson play professional football. Okay. We'll see. The best part about this argument is Jalen Hurts has career left, so we'll find out.
You know what's funny is that's telling on himself, Emmanuel Acho, because he saw your take and then he assumed that you meant that Russell Wilson stinks.
That's the thing. That was it. So I kind of got done dirty by our own people using the only quote Jalen Hurts is Russell Wilson 2.0 when 10 seconds in I said, and that's not a bad thing because Russell Wilson was really good.
Yeah, but
he was really, really good.
Emmanuel Acho is being disrespectful to Russell Wilson for being like, why are you talking shit about Russell Wilson this way when actually you were saying good things about him?
And if Jalen Hurts retired today,
it also means people just think Jalen Hurts sucks.
Yeah, but if Jalen Hurts retired today, Russell Wilson would have a far better career. I'm not arguing that. I am off a 4-pick game. I'm not giving up on Jalen Hurts. Is kind of what I'm saying. Max, I think he's still a very good quarterback.
Max, are you guys going to start a backup? Or is Tanner McKee time?
It's insane that people are having this discussion.
Shout out to the Philadelphia media because they did ask Sirianni if they were thinking about making the move to Tanner McKee or Sam Howell.
Yeah.
I respect the hell out of them for asking that question. It shows that some cities still know how sports talk is done and how the backup is always the most popular guy in town. Max, do you know who asked that question?
I do not, but I know that it was asked.
I respect.
Big Sal?
It might have been Sal. Or Ant. Big Ant.
Eagles talk radio has been insane this week.
Oh, no way. Duh.
That's a good duh. That's a good duh.
I did like Shady's take on it. Shady said that if Kevin Patullo comes back next year, they need to unretire his number. He's going to give 25 back to the Eagles if Kevin Patullo's still around.
Well, there is reports that Kevin Patullo will be getting interviewed for the Giants head coaching job.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Monday Morning Quarterback put that one out there.
That's great.
Why?
Because he's number 2 guy of.
Does he count for Rooney Rule as an Italian?
I'm just telling you what the reports are.
That might be just Mr. Mara doing Jeffrey Lurie a favor of being like, hey, I'm going to take some heat off you for a second. I'll just pretend to interview your OC so we can say he got interviewed.
But what it might do is it might make Jeffrey Lurie be like, wow, this guy's generating buzz to be a head coach. We better lock him up.
We got to get him locked up.
It might be a 3-dimensional chess move by the Giants.
Sports Talk Radio is also doing the Trey Turner again right now.
Oh.
Of no booze.
The
rules are hilarious. It is give the offense a standing ovation on their first drive out, and no booze through the first quarter.
I love it.
Okay, yeah,
that's
that's
WIP.
Not
the
asking
Raiders.
for the world.
You're gonna kill the Raiders, but yeah, it is funny that I have somehow ended up after trolling Max on Tuesday and having a lot of fun with that. I've now ended up on Max's side where I caught myself replying to random people online with Jalen Hurts stats.
We spent too much time on this game.
Yeah. All right, wait, give it to us. Is this the... No, we don't even need to hear this. No booze.
No,
Kenny Pickett starting for the Raiders.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett starting for the Raiders. Oh, yeah, the rules are offense gets a standing ovation this Sunday versus the Raiders. No booing the team for the entire first quarter versus the Raiders. That is dangerous, though, because that
means the second quarter could be an onslaught.
That's like telling, hey, no sex for a month. You're basically doing, no nut November. The loads in December are insane. The booze are going to be, you guys are going to be just hitting Peter North ropes of booze at people's faces.
Roll the tarp out after the first quarter. It's going to be like, put your 4s up at the end of the first quarter, and everyone's just going to flip off the team.
They're gonna have like reports in give me a town just west of Philadelphia. Broomall had a seismic, the Richter scale, off of the booze.
Yeah.
It was a small earthquake.
The King of Prussia Mall has imploded.
When the second quarter started.
I imagine a Jalen Hurts pick to start the second quarter.
Next play. I might bet it.
It would go crazy.
Next play.
Got a trivia question. There's 2 players in the NFL that have 50-plus carries for 0 or negative yards this season. Do you know who those 2 players are?
Wait, say it again.
There's 2 players in the NFL that have 50-plus carries for 0 or negative yards this season. Who are
Ashton Genty.
Yes, he's one of them.
I don't know the other.
Saquon Barkley.
Oh, what a matchup.
It's these two running backs. Yeah.
Wow.
I was shocked to see Saquon on that list.
I'm not. The O-line's been horrendous.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the fourth time that Nick Sirianni as a coach of the Eagles has dropped 3 games in a row. They've won the 4th game each time. Do you get it? 4 times,
yeah.
You've lost 3 in a row. You haven't lost 4 in a row.
Cardinal. Yeah.
Are you afraid of Kenny Pickett?
Kenny Pickett revenge?
Yeah.
I'm afraid of everyone. I'm afraid of everyone and everything.
Your shadow?
The fact that this is an 11 and a half
Snowman.
point spread is insane to me.
No, it's not. The Raiders are the worst team in the NFL.
The Eagles
Covered last week.
look like the worst team in the NFL.
It covered easy
Offense,
last week.
defense looks good.
Easy cover last week for the Raiders. Okay. You ready to move on? You're going to win this game. I don't know if you're going to beat the Commanders
Yes.
both times.
You are.
You are going to win this game, Max. You know what? Personal guarantee right now, you're going to win this game. What comes with a personal guarantee? Absolutely nothing, but I'm giving it.
Jalen Hurts has to be good.
He is good.
No, I'm saying he has to like. I might bet 3. I might go for 300 for Hurts.
Max, positivity.
Ooh.
If A.J. Brown catches
Hurts,
that
Drake
ball,
May.
none of
I
this
know.
is talked about. It's like, oh, there was a bad – Jalen Hurts threw one bad pick, and he then fumbled the pick afterwards, and it was crazy. And then he threw another pick and another
Hurts
pick
and
after
AJ
that.
Brown also looked like friends on Hard Knocks this week, according to memes, because I refuse to watch it.
Okay. That's good reporting, memes.
Excellent reporting, man.
Memes, sticking on you, the Jets at the Jags. Jags are minus 13.5, over-under is 41.5.
Brady Cook?
Oh, he waved us off. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That was the preview.
There's nothing about
That
this
was the
game.
preview of the game.
I need to know Brady Cook or no Brady Cook.
It is Brady Cook.
It's Brady Cook. It's Brady Cook and Adrian Martinez as backup.
Oh, man.
Okay, he just waved us off.
Oh, man.
There's nothing. The season is
Memes.
over.
Come on, memes. Really?
We're simulating to the end of the season where it's full tank. This is like a super tank.
It is.
Yeah.
They might not score a touchdown, but at the same time, I'm rooting for him. God forbid, he lights it up. He won't, but
I also love how the Jaguars are leaning into the nobody believes in us. Mm-hmm. Like, no one thinks that we're going to beat Brady Cook this week. It's us
Brady
against
Cook.
the world.
The most like create a player, name, face, everything that has ever existed.
I want you guys to look out there, and all those people in this, they all think Brady Cook's about to kick your ass.
Could you see maybe the Brady Cook game happening?
I can see Breece Hall rushing a lot.
Okay.
That's
and the
about
Brady
it.
Cook game, by the way, could be bad. Like there's the Nathan Peterman game.
Yeah, which was actually, it was pretty excellent.
Yeah. Only set I have is the Trevor Lawrence most passing touchdowns the past 5 weeks. Number 1 is Matthew Stafford. Number 2 is Trevor Lawrence. He's been playing good football.
He's been playing really good, yeah.
Okay, that's it. So he waved us off. Cardinals and Texans. Texans minus 9.5, over under 42.5. I don't know. I kind of want to take the Cardinals just because I don't know if the Texans can score enough to cover 9.5. But the Texans defense is so good, and Jacoby Brissett does hold on to the ball. So feels like there might be a pick six or a fumble or something. So I'm going to probably just stay away.
I kind of like the Texans. I feel like Jacoby Brissett's going to throw the ball 50 times.
Doesn't this feel like a total sucker spot though?
It does, yeah. But
you see
I'm
the
a
Texans
sucker.
win on Sunday night, and then the Cardinals are just got pieced by the Rams. This is the hard part of like week 15 and later is that you just don't know if there's teams that are officially have fully like wrapped it up and quit.
It seems like the Cardinals have wrapped it up and quit, but they've also covered 7 out of 8 as road dogs.
Right.
So but I still like the Texans, and that might be me being a sucker and just looking at it and saying, okay, the Texans are legit. The Cardinals are just kind of treading water and waiting for the season to end.
Yes.
Like just hoping that the clock moves faster for the rest of the year.
Which feels the way.
Which does feel like it might be going in that direction. Brissett is trying to beat the Texans starting for the 4th different team in his career. So there's 6 different quarterbacks that have beaten an opponent as the quarterback for 4 different teams.
Okay.
One is Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Okay.
One is Trent Dilfer. He beat the Cardinals 4 times. Chris Chandler beat the Broncos 4 times. Jeff Garcia beat Washington 4 times. Kerry Collins beat the Cowboys 4 times. And Earl Morrall beat the Giants and the Cardinals 4 times. But Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's beaten the Jaguars 6 times, and that's the all-time record, and the Commanders 4 times for 4 different teams. So Brissett is trying to join that fraternity.
That's a good fraternity.
It's an excellent fraternity.
Yeah. It basically means that you just played for a ton of teams.
It means that you were good enough to bounce around the league for
to play for a lot of teams. Yeah. Okay, so anyone got any thoughts on this game? This is another one where it's just like, okay.
No,
Like the over.
Yeah, Michael Wilson
is awesome.
Throw him the ball a lot.
Trey McBride.
Yep.
Yep.
CJ Stroud just looked good, looked dependable, and then let the rest happen.
Yeah. Okay, before we get to the afternoon games, Planet Fitness. Everybody can get strong at Planet Fitness. We've been talking about it on this show. We're getting in shape in 2026. We have the Planet Fitness gym here in the office. We have the free weights, the cable towers, the Smith machine, the treadmill. I think you should get on the treadmill and walk a little bit. Walk a couple miles. A little hot boy walk. Also, the stair climber's awesome. Get that booty popping. High-value membership that supports any fitness journey. As low as $15 a month, over 2,700 club locations. Most clubs open 24 hours. Get stronger together, guys. Let's go. We're all strong on this planet. Join today in club, online, or in the free PF app. This podcast, I'll tell you right now, we're going to get hot in 2026. Should we do a full weigh-in? I think we should do a full, all of us get on a scale together like in the office.
I'm going to get jacked, though.
So we don't know each other. We don't know our specific weights. We just know our total weight.
I'm going to put on productive mass.
Yeah.
But we're also trying to bulk up in January.
Well, listen, you do it at Planet Fitness. So high-value membership supports any fitness journey as low as $15 a month.
I'm going to get tan. They have tanning beds, too.
Hell yeah. Afternoon games. Great one. Game of the week. Barstool's game of the week. Make sure you tweet us your game of the week parlay because we're giving out bonus bets on DraftKings. Lions at Rams. Rams -6. Over-unders 54.5. Big game. Big game for the Lions. Both teams, really, because the Rams are trying to get the 1 seed. The Lions are in the 8th spot right now. And so I was looking at it. If the Lions lose and the Bears win, then the Bears at minimum have a Week 18 win and get in. It can't get worse than that. So they could lose their next 2 games and still have. The Lions are kind of in a spot where they have to get to try to get that win and get in, and they have to. This is a big game.
So if they win, they're up to 72% to get in.
The Lions?
If they lose, they're down to 40% to get in.
Yeah.
The old Jared Goff, Matt Stafford game, this matchup again. Both teams, the rare trade where both teams won. I think you could definitely make the argument there. I think I like the Lions just because they're going to be desperate as fuck.
Yeah,
Desperate
I'd agree
as
with
fuck.
that.
And Brian Branch, unfortunately, he's out for the season. He's got a torn Achilles, so he's probably out for maybe up to a full year. Not a calendar year, but 12 months. And Kirby Joseph might not play. I don't know. But the defense is going to be an issue for them. Dan Campbell just doesn't seem fazed by it. He was just like, we're good. We got options. You lose a good player, it hurts, but we're not in dire straits.
Yep.
I think the Lions are going to be the most desperate team that you've ever seen.
Yeah.
On Sunday.
A lot of fourth downs. Makes you nervous about taking the over.
Or it could make you feel good about it.
Could be awesome.
It depends on if they make those 4th downs.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra, if he's healthy or healthier than he has looked, I think the Lions are a good bet. I'm putting all my chips behind Dan Campbell's desperation.
Yeah.
I think he's probably the best desperate coach.
Sean McVay said he vows to never forget the way Stafford was treated in Detroit homecoming.
They booed him.
They booed his family.
Yeah, they booed his kids.
They booed his kids.
They actually applauded for Matt Stafford, but they're like, the little girls, get out of
they
here.
can get it. They can get these boos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is going to be one of those chaotic, great games where both teams are pressing in a good way. I also if you didn't watch the Cardinals-Rams game last week, which I don't blame you because it was such a blowout, Puka Nacua and Matthew Stafford, the way they're playing football right now, it's the old Dan Marino. There's no defense for a perfect pass. That's how it feels with those two.
Yeah.
Where it doesn't really matter what defense you run, who you have on Puka. Matthew Stafford's going to put it somewhere that Puka Nacua can catch it, and the defensive back cannot.
I think what we've seen this season, we saw teams playing relatively normal coverages at the start of the year, and Puka Nacua was awesome. Then they just blanketed Puka Nacua, and then all Devontae Adams did was catch touchdowns.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh shit, all this guy does is catch touchdowns. Let's give him some extra attention. And now we're back. The pendulum has swung back to Puka Nacua always being open.
Also, Jahmyr Gibbs, just keep betting him. So since Dan Campbell took over play calling, if you did a 17-game pace for Jahmyr Gibbs, it would be first all time in yards from scrimmage with 2,679 and 31 total TDs. That's on pace for when Dan Campbell took over.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. So he's clearly being like, hey, that's our best player. Let's use him a lot.
Gibbs all the time, every aspect of the game.
I'm pumped for this game. You like this game, Hank?
Yeah.
You got a thought?
Also feels like a sucker. Again, it's tough hungry dog because I think hungry dog is like it's hard to do week over week.
There's not a lot of dogs
this
that are
week
hungry.
feels like sucker dog week.
Why don't you just do that? Why don't you do a money line parlay of the sucker dogs like the other way?
I
Take
might
the Rams, the Chiefs. Call it the can't lose.
Rams, Chiefs, Ravens.
The sucker dog.
Yeah, because everyone and their mother is like,
Or just take them against the spread, yeah.
no,
Oh,
no.
okay.
It's no plus sign.
No, I'm saying take all three parlayed against the spread.
But yeah,
That would be a
I like the Rams in this game. This game feels like it's everyone and their mother's gonna be like Lions. Lions need to win. Dan Campbell's hungry. I think it's gonna be a shootout. This also gives me Chiefs Rams vibes with Jared Goff. Just over.
But that fourth down, I'm just picturing myself. I'm putting myself in my own body on Sunday afternoon, betting the over in this game and watching the Lions be like in the red zone 3 times in the first two quarters and going 0 for 3 on fourth down.
We're going to know pretty quickly if that over is going to hit.
Yeah.
Just based on vibes. If the first fourth down doesn't get converted, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is dead.
It's over.
Yep.
Okay, Packers at Broncos. Broncos plus 2.5, over under 42.5. This is a very similar spread and setup to the Bills and the Patriots. The Broncos are in the first spot right now. They have what's their win streak right
10.
now? 10 in a row. They're underdogs to the Packers. I think rightfully so. I think the Packers are going to win.
Arrowhead's a tough place to play.
It's not Arrowhead.
It's,
I mean,
in Denver.
not Arrowhead. Mile High.
That's a good point.
It is.
Mile High.
Yeah.
Apologies.
The Mile High
Arrowhead
is
at Mile High.
also a tough place to play.
Yep.
Mile High is tougher.
Really?
Altitude.
Yeah.
But Arrowhead, though.
But Patrick Mahomes.
I'd rather not play at Mile High.
What about? Yeah.
How come Arrowhead was the first?
We beat.
that
I don't know
came to
why.
your mind?
That was just I guess.
I feel like
whatever.
that's 40 and slip.
Yeah.
Because you're afraid of playing the Chiefs.
Probably. I'll stop talking.
Toyotathon. We know it. Jordan Love is just insane.
Yeah.
He went on McAfee's show wearing a Toyotathon jacket. He's leaning into it.
Wasn't Purdy doing that earlier? I feel like Purdy wore a Toyotathon jacket outside of Toyotathon.
He might have. But he's leaning into it. He's loving it.
He's already got Brocktober. He doesn't need Toyotathon.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say instead of like the Packers look really good, and Matt LaFleur is a really good coach, especially down the stretch, and Toyotathon's happening. And while I think the Broncos are still a good team, they have been winning games by the skin of their teeth. And Bo Nix played better, but I think this is just a levels thing. I don't know. I might be way wrong. The Broncos could shock me. I would love it if the Broncos won this game, because then the following week would be, awesome.
I've been thinking more about it with the Broncos. I know their defense is awesome. I've been a believer for quite some time now. I think they're capable of winning any game they play in. They're capable of beating any team in the league.
Yeah.
They're also capable of losing to just about every team in the league.
Yep.
I think that they're going to win this game, but I don't trust them in the playoffs to win 3 games in a row. I don't think
that's not.
I know they've won.
Believing.
I know they've won 10. Which is a great counterpoint if you're out there and you're like, wait, you don't trust them to win 3 in a row? They're on a 10-game winning streak. I just don't trust them to win 3 in a row in the playoffs against good teams.
Bo Nix against the NFC during his career is 8-1. So there you go.
Pretty good.
I don't know if that means anything, but I just wanted to say it. Yeah, I have a bad feeling the Packers have turned the corner. It happened Thanksgiving. What they did to the Lions Thanksgiving, that was the corner was officially turned, and yeah, I think this is when they're going to start pouring it on.
I think that their cornerbacks are going to be good enough against the Packers receivers where Jordan Love is not going to be able to make any of those easy throws downfield.
Yeah, probably. I mean, yeah, although the Broncos have given up some yards. I mean, the Commanders obviously played well. Mariota. Okay, next up, Panthers at Saints. Saints are 2.5-point underdogs. Over under is 40.5. The Carolina Panthers are 0-24 against the spread as favorites against sub-400 teams since 2015. Let me just say that again. They are 0-24 against the spread as favorites against sub-400 teams since 2015. That's crazy.
That is absolutely nuts.
So
they should never be favored.
They should never be favored, and they also just play down to their level.
Yeah.
Which is not a good thing.
No. And Tyler Shuck is playing pretty good.
We're Shucksters.
He's Shuck boys.
We're Shuckheads.
I'm offended you even said pretty good. He's playing very well.
Yeah.
Maybe the best in the NFL. If you just base it off of last week.
Tyler Shuck, he's 107.
And you take out Matthew Stafford.
If he throws
and Josh Allen.
106 yards, he breaks the Saints' all-time rookie record. You know who held that?
Who?
Spencer Rattler.
Oh.
Last year. That's, I believe, the second time in NFL history that's ever happened. I think the first was in 1950, where you've had back-to-back rookie quarterbacks setting and breaking each other's records.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Tyler Shuck is fucking awesome. He is. Max, you're right. That was a good correction. Good producing, Max. I'm a Shuck boy. I'm a believer in Shuck. I don't know who the Saints are going to have at skill positions. I don't care. I'm a believer in Tyler Shuck.
Yeah, doesn't matter, dude. He's the Shuck. He's going to shuck you up. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Shuck you the fuck up. Shuck you up.
Shuck that Tugger dick bitch.
Yeah. Do we want anything else in this game? It doesn't. This game weirdly doesn't matter that much for the Panthers. It does, but the Panthers have 2 games against the Bucs in the last 3 weeks of the season. If they go 2-0, they're in.
Yeah.
So it still matters because you want to give give yourself a chance to be able to go 1-1 and still be in. But both the Bucs and the Panthers are sitting in the same spot. If they can go 2-0 against the other one, they're in.
This is it's a must win. Must win for the Panthers, I think.
Must win
to get some confidence going, because
it's not a must win at all.
Well,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
to get the confidence going.
It's a want to win.
It's a would be nice to win. I don't think it's a must win.
I think if you're the Panthers, every game has to be a must win.
No, that's what we're saying.
They have 2
it's
must
the
win
opposite.
games.
They have 2 must win games coming up.
You got to feel good about yourself if you want
wanna
to win.
feel good.
If you
don't
want
have to feel
if you
good.
want to win the must wins, you have to be confident, and the best way to get confident is to get a win against the Saints, a team that came into your house and beat you.
They beat your ass. But yeah, it's definitely not a must win.
I think you get swept by the Saints, your tail's between your legs. Then you can't run with the big boys.
Or it wakes you up, fires you up.
If I'm
No
looking,
room for error. No margin for error.
no margin for error. I'm looking right now.
You might want to lose this game.
If the Panthers lose
They
this
might be a
week,
back against the wall team.
if the Panthers lose this week and week 17, but they win week 16 and 18 against the Bucs, they're in.
So
The Bucs can win. The Bucs can win the other 2 and lose this doesn't.
perfectly
it matters.
fine if they lose.
It's perfectly fine.
I don't
They
think
still have everything ahead.
It's not perfectly.
It's
fine.
not perfectly fine because then they do lose the ability to go 1-1 against the Bucs, which you'd like to keep that ability alive. Would you not say so, Hank?
Yeah, it's blah if they lose.
It's blah if they lose.
Yeah,
What is it? Is that what's bland?
it's like not great, but not.
It's just blah.
The sky is falling.
Yeah,
So
blah.
should they bench their starters?
Not quite.
we're getting the move on.
You got to respect, you got to respect the loss of the Shuckster.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Titans at 49ers. 49ers minus 12.5 over under 44.5. Can we just say 49ers?
49ers big time.
Just go.
Big time.
We're gonna go. Oh, we're gonna we move along.
The Titans are reading all the press clippings. Everyone thinks you're the best team in the world because you won a game last.
I will say this about the 49ers. They feel like the team that not a lot of people are talking about. And they're kind of just lurking there. And, there's a lot of, I think it's because the nature of how the NFC playoff pictures looked, it's a lot of Rams, Seahawks, Bears, Packers, Lions, because those are tight division. 49ers are right there. They're right fucking there.
You know, the Rams, they are last in the league in sacks. Or sorry, they're not the Rams, the 49ers. 49ers are last in the league in sacks.
That's Mac Jones.
No, on defense.
Oh, I thought you meant avoiding them.
No, their defense.
Yeah, no, they don't have a pass rush. They got everyone
Their
injured.
defense is dead last in the league in sacking the quarterback.
Fred Warner is doing if we make it to this round, I'm back.
Was that Super Bowl?
Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl week.
Yeah. No, I saw it was like wild card 25%, divisional round 50%, championship round 75%. You might be back.
Yeah, love the Niners.
Yeah, I do too. Seahawks, Colts. Seahawks minus 13.5, over under 42.5. Phil Rivers.
We're doing it.
He gets number 17 from Daniel Jones, which is very funny. So Daniel Jones is on IR because he tore his Achilles. And Daniel Jones was asked, Phil Rivers texted him, and Daniel Jones replied, heck yeah, go for it.
I love that. Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. He knew not to cuss.
Don't cuss. I can't wait to see Philip Rivers out there. I hope that it's awesome. I hope he's able to play. I'm skeptical. He's 44. You know what? I'm sick of people being like, he's a grandfather. 44. He's like the youngest grandfather in the world.
Brett Favre was a grandfather.
Brett Favre was a grandfather. He's not a young guy.
Well, the only thing is his grandkid is in middle school.
Philip Rivers?
Yeah.
How old is his grandkid?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, Jesus Christ. When did he get
I
started?
think his grandkid's like 1 or 2.
When did he get started?
Wouldn't that be funny if his grandkid, like, want to feel old? Philip Rivers is playing in the NFL this week, and his grandkid just did signing day for NC State.
Yeah. I thought this was kind of funny. So Philip Rivers has been working out and training Riley Leonard for the past 2 off seasons.
Yeah.
He's been his mentor, and now they're like, hey, Phil, can you come in here and just show Riley how it's done?
Yeah. And on top of that, we got the report that Philip Rivers was running Shane Steichen's offense for the high school team he was coaching.
They were talking every week.
Every single week.
Which makes you think, how long has Shane Steichen had this plan?
Forever.
Like, he was keeping his options open with Phil.
Yeah, if you're Daniel Jones, you got to be like, wait, what the fuck?
You were talking to him every week?
You had a side chick this entire time?
You were watching me play and thinking about Philip Rivers?
It's crazy.
It is crazy. And I said right when the news came through that it felt a lot like the Jeff Saturday hire.
Oh, breaking news.
Is he officially starting?
Breaking news. Breaking news. Adam Schefter just tweeted, sounds like Philip Rivers is tracking to start Sunday at Seattle.
Yeah, I saw he was taking a lot of the reps. That's good. This is good for football.
Incredible.
It's good for football. I can't believe Sam Ehlinger turned the Colts down.
Yeah.
I can't believe he was like, no, thank you.
This is going to be...
You know what? If Philip Rivers, if they win, I won't cuss for the rest of football season.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop cussing.
I don't know about that. Oh, I'm watching a tape of him throw. He still fucking got it. He does look a little heavier, but it doesn't matter. He said he doesn't run away from people anyway.
Yeah.
So Stephen Holder, I think is a Colts beat reporter, said 2 days in now, and my time in the building this week has left me only more convinced Philip Rivers is this week's starting quarterback. It isn't difficult to tell who a team is prepping to start. That player is Rivers, period.
Yeah.
Wow.
He needs to get in football shape, but there's no question he can throw it.
He's going to play himself into shape.
He's going, yeah, let's do it. It's been 1,800 days since his last game. That rocks. That rocks. Sometimes the NFL just delivers, you know?
This is really one of those moments that I'm just so happy that we get to watch Philip Rivers again.
Yeah.
But the Seahawks are probably going to fuck him up.
Probably.
If we're just going to be honest with this, this is I'm worried about him getting hit. That's the problem.
Yeah, he has to play the Seahawks. He has to play the Texans this year.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I do like that the Colts are just not giving up on, hey, we are right there in the playoff hunt. Why would we just give up? Every starting QB when Philip Rivers last played, this is a crazy. So it's Matt Ryan, Teddy Bridgewater, Dwayne Haskins for the Commanders, Mitch Trubisky for the Bears.
Oh, Ryan Tannehill for the Titans.
Yep.
1 seed, baby.
Baker Mayfield for the Browns, Drew Lock for the Broncos.
You okay, Hank?
You okay?
You're funny. No, you
funny guy. Funny guy.
You make me laugh.
What's funny about
about just everything about you, the way you look, the way you talk,
about remembering
your little quips.
Listen,
Quips.
Hank, I know you feel
You're
the same
funny.
way. I know you
I'm
feel the same way about
complimenting
yourself.
FT.
We both look good. That's the thing.
I know.
The haters are sick about that.
Yeah.
Is me and Hank actually? I think we won that bet.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
Except for the part where Hank did blackface.
Nah, it was Guido face.
You did. You guys both look good. Hank's been vibing this week. He's been matching his outfit with like his hair.
Yeah.
And it's been very funny to
been
watch.
fun.
Yeah, he came up to us today. He was like, I feel like I look like a guy that like doesn't have a job, doesn't do shit, but still like has a hot girlfriend. And Max was like, yeah, dude, you mean you look like the fucking man?
Yeah.
Hank was like, yeah, I do.
By the way, did you see Cam Newton try to make it about himself where he was like, yeah, it's a slap in the face. They didn't call me first.
Yeah.
The difference would be that Phil Rivers, his last time in the NFL, he was not that bad. The last time you were in the NFL, it was bad.
The big difference is that he's best friends with the coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
He's
they
running
talk
his
every week.
offense.
Yeah. Do you think I could stop cussing?
No. God, no.
Absolutely not. Phil Rivers
I'll do it.
Last time we saw Phil Rivers, he took the Colts to 11-5. You remember that playoff game against the Bills? He had 68% completion percentage. He threw for 4,000 yards. He had 24 touchdowns. He wasn't that bad. You can't stop cussing. Seahawks are better, though. Seahawks are going to win this game.
It means that much to me. Like imagine if Philip Rivers goes out there and he beats the Seahawks on Sunday. What a moment that would be. That would be a game that we would never forget for the rest of our lives.
Okay, so
it would be that magical of a moment. Yeah.
But if you cuss, what's the punishment? I have an idea.
Red hair.
I'd look good with red hair.
Deposit into the sperm bank for Phil Rivers. So
Yeah. Yeah, I'll send my boys off.
I'll send off to war.
I'll send them off to war. The Yanks are coming, baby.
You just swear, and you're just all of a sudden just having to go to the sperm bank every single week.
Yeah, listen, there's a lot of women out there that I think the cutoff is 5'8", so I'm good. So yeah, we'll put some PFT.
I mean,
DNA.
you do have like great genes. You got blonde hair.
Yeah, that's true. Tan, olive skin, swarthy. I'm a
hair.
swarthy individual. PFT commenter. Yeah.
Okay. Last game, Sunday Night Football, Vikings at Cowboys. Cowboys minus 5.5, over under 47.5. 9, primetime 9. By the way, last thing, we didn't talk about the Seahawks because Phil Rivers is the story. I think the Seahawks are going to win. I think the Seahawks are going to maybe kill them. Seahawks are really fucking good. That's why we didn't talk about it.
I echo that point.
Yeah. Anything on 9? Primetime?
It's 9.
Primetime 9?
What else is there to be said besides it's 9 time?
I actually like the Vikings to cover this. They technically are not eliminated from the playoffs. They have to go 4-0.
Less than 1%.
They have to go 4-0. The Bears have to go 0-4. The Lions have to go 1-3, and the Panthers and Bucs have to finish with a 9-8 record or worse.
Yeah,
It's a lot of things.
a lot of stuff has to happen. I think that this should be a great game for the Cowboys offense.
I don't know. Brian Flores going to heat him up. I'm excited to watch 9 in primetime.
He's going to heat him up. I think George Pickens is surprisingly responding to his bad game in a very un-George Pickens-like way.
Yeah.
So everyone at the Cowboys facility has been like, yeah, he knows he had a bad game. He knows he fucked up. He knows he can't change the narrative about that game. But overall, if you look at how he's played this year, it does seem like he's a more mature version of himself than he was in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Despite what Jason Whitlock might have deleted.
I actually like that George Pickens had that type of game on Thursday because he reminded everyone like, hey, you guys all are saying that I'm like the best wide receiver and the best teammate and all that stuff. I just want to remind you, I'm still a little crazy.
Yeah.
Like I'll be a little crazy if I need to be a little crazy. He's doing a good job of not setting the bar too high.
Well, also you want George Pickens to be a little bit
Correct.
crazy. You don't want him to be too tame.
Correct.
Because then he loses his edge.
Also, guys have bad games.
It happens.
It happens.
How many yards do you think Justin Jefferson has over the last 3 games?
I'm going to say 75.
25.
63. He's got 63 yards over the last 3 games.
Jay Jettas.
But I think, listen, 9.
9.
We might get 9.
9.
I got 9 last week. It happens. We might have back-to-back 9s.
9.
99.
Brian Schottenheimer, by the way, wore shiesty in practice.
Okay, so he's trying to identify with his team.
Yeah, he said I didn't really like it. I couldn't breathe. I don't know how he wore it like George Pickens wears it. I don't know why the guys like it so much, but I thought, hey, this is the cool thing going on. Let me try it. Kind of like the 6'7" thing a few weeks ago. I'm a hip guy, but I didn't really like it. It didn't stay on very long. Oh, Brian Schottenheimer feels like that was a little too much.
He's trying. I appreciate
a little too much.
I appreciate the fact that he's trying.
He is trying, but that was maybe a little too much.
And I appreciate the fact that he can try stuff and he realizes it's lame and then stop it.
Yeah.
And be like, I tried, but it was dumb.
I actually had no problem with this entire quote except saying the 6'7" thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is with the shiesty.
Did we get any footage of him trying?
Yeah, there
the
it is, right there.
No,
on Hard Knocks.
trying the 6'7" thing.
Oh, I don't know if he did the hands.
Because the way that he tells the story, it sounds like it was probably the worst 6'7" of all time. Him and Hunter Yurachek. We're not getting Trayvon Diggs back, I don't think. Schottenheimer talked about him, and he's still sidelined from a, quote, at-home accident that took place just before Washington Week 7. I feel like I can recklessly speculate on what happened.
Okay.
It's speculation. Maybe informed speculation.
Okay.
It was an at-home injury on a Friday night, where something heavy fell on his head, something that he brought maybe into his house that could tip over easily because maybe somebody else was climbing on it, and maybe that person that was climbing on it might not have been wearing clothes.
Talking about a stripper pole.
I didn't say that.
But I said that. I guessed.
If that is what happened, that is the funniest way to get concussed of all time.
Of course. I hope he's okay.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
And I think he's cleared concussion protocol a long time ago. And they're just like, you are a weird guy. I don't know if we need you on the team right now. Just kind of don't say anything.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's not coming back. Cowboys still alive. We'll see what happens with the Eagles. They got to win out, though. They got to win out.
I don't think you want to play the Cowboys in the playoffs.
I would probably agree. I'd probably agree. Okay, let's do good preview, boys. Let's do our bets and let's do our touchdown parlay. We got to hit one. Football season just got even better. Barstool's bringing you the game of the week every single week through the end of the regular season. Here's the deal. Every Friday we'll announce a game of the week from the Sunday slate of games. When the game of the week drops, all you have to do is share a bet slip on that game with the hashtag Barstool, GOTW, through X or email, and you'll be entered for a shot to win one of the $5,000 bonus bets. So listen, guys, we're giving away every single week. We're posting ours, Barstool Game of the Week, 5 $1,000 bonus bets that we're giving away. All you got to use is that hashtag Barstool, GOTW. That's right, 5 lucky winners every single week of the season. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code TAKE to get on the action. Don't miss the Barstool Game of the Week and your shot at a $1,000 bonus bet. Share your bet slip and enter today in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Let's hit this. I got a name I want to throw out there. You ready for it? Amon-Ra. We got to go back there.
I'm down for that. I got another good name for you. You
Okay.
guys are going to like it. Friend of the show. Great guy. George Kittle.
Love
Okay.
it. Love it.
Love that a lot.
PFT, you want to do a Sunday night game?
I was thinking about doing a Sunday night game. I was also thinking about maybe
You want to go Georgie
Phillip
bounce
Rivers.
back?
Oh, no.
Georgie bounce
Georgie
back?
bounce back is one of the two that I'm looking at.
Okay. Jay Jettis?
I'm considering
Statistically do?
I'm going to say either George Pickens or Flournoy.
Well, is CD out?
CD is not listed right now.
Because he's in the concussion
Because
protocol.
he's in the protocol.
Let's go with Georgie boy. You know,
If Pickens play or if CeeDee Lamb plays, then Flournoy, bad bet.
so let's talk this out real quick because George Pickens, he had a bad game. Everyone saw he had a bad game. What are they going to do? They're going to feed him the ball,
Yeah.
right? Let's think about George Pickens to end a plus 844.
Be fun.
That would be fun, PFT.
All right, so we got Pickens. Who else?
Pickens, Kittle, Amon-Ra,
Where does that lose?
plus 844.
Okay.
Okay, let's do our bets, and then we'll have Jerry's Fantasy Minute. Then we're going to talk more ball with Dan Orlovsky. So right now, the standings are, I have 18 points. Max has 16. Hank has 15. PFT 13.5. Memes 13. Zach 12.5. Very close, boys.
What's the punishment? It's nut cutting time.
It is nut cutting time.
I like
Nipple
the idea.
pierced?
I like no.
We need everyone to come prepared. We can't just every week we do this.
like
we're
the
not
idea-
going to decide on one right now.
It is close
and
enough.
then we're going to be like, all right.
I like the idea of the
Everyone send
outdoor
us
boys.
submissions.
The outdoor boys video that's a good idea that Max had.
Isn't he a politician now? You see that
Yeah.
photo?
Yeah.
Well, we wouldn't be doing a collab.
I don't know.
We'd
I
just
don't
be
even
doing
know I
our
said that.
video. Right, Max?
Yeah, we would just do our own video.
Yeah.
Just find somewhere to go do an outdoor boys video.
All right, next week we are deciding the punishment because we are close enough that it's not, you know what I mean? Like everyone's still alive. So,
Are we doing second and last?
no, I think we just go last. Or we could do second and last. I don't care. We got to figure all this out.
Yeah, we'll figure all this out next week.
Okay.
It's good podcast.
We got to figure this all out. Yeah, this is good podcasting. We got to figure this out. Okay. Picks. Who's up first?
Max.
Me, I am going Rams, Lions over 54.5.
Love it.
I'm going to take the Ravens -2.5 against the Bengals.
PFT?
I'm going to take the 49ers -12.5.
Ah, good pick.
I'm going to take my official switch on advisors. Bills Patriots over 49.5.
I'm going to take the Seattle Seahawks -13.5. Do I have two?
Yeah, nope.
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 I'm going to take. God damn it! I wanted the 49ers. I'll go Cowboys -5.5. And Rams -6.
Rams -6.
Oh, wait, no.
Yeah.
No.
Can't do that.
Nope.
Disqualification.
Disqualification. Disqualification. Come on, bitch. Come on, you bitch. Get it going.
Jets Jaguars over 41.5.
Okay.
I would like to take the over. In the
Okay.
Browns,
Nice.
in
Good
the
pick.
Browns Bears.
Wow.
38
Has
and a
anyone
half.
taken the Chiefs?
Nope.
Chiefs -5.5.
Nope.
I'm going to take the under in Bears-Browns. 38.5.
Head to head.
Whoa.
Boys, it got spicy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hank's a bitch.
I think Hank is like undefeated on his Browns overs this year. It feels like every week he does this.
Yeah, well, that's coming to an end.
Yep.
I would like to take the over in the Chargers-Chiefs game if that's still available.
Yep. And Max?
I really want to take Raiders +11.5, but I'm going to. The Shuckster is there, so I'm going to take Saints +2.5.
Ooh, Shuckster. Shuck him up. Okay. Jerry? We got Jerry?
I got Jerry.
Gerard. Ooh, look at him. God damn it. Seeing the green trees bums me out.
Walking to my neighbor's house. It's uphill a little bit. I'm out of breath. I got 1 minute memes. Start the music. Start the music memes. Look at all this positivity in my neighbor's house. I don't have this kind of positivity in my house. All right, we're going to sit the commenter who said I look like an aging lesbian on Wednesday's show on YouTube. That was pretty rude.
Facts.
We're going to sit the Eagles offensive line. I watch them. They're terrible. We're going to start A.J. Brown's hands when he's tweeting. He's so good at tweeting his hands. We're going to sit A.J. Brown's hands when he's, trying to catch a
This is
ball
way
on a
too much
crossing
about
route
the Eagles.
or on a post route. We are going to sit Jalen Hurts when he's trying to read
This
a
is just
defense,
Eagle-
just
this
like
is just
we're going
Eagles
to
week.
sit Hanky when he's trying to read Don Quixote. He dies at the end. Spoiler alert. Take it too long to read it, Hanky. And we are going to sit people who hate positivity. We hate positivity.
Oh,
Yeah, we hate
he's got a knife. Jerry's got a knife. Oh, every single week he comes up with a new spot. We got to give him credit for it. It's fucking awesome.
I thought that was very, very
I thought that
creative
was
by Jerry.
great.
Good job, Jerry.
I love Jerry.
We got to buy in the playoffs in fantasy football, too?
Like, he doesn't just sit in front. If I were tasked with his job, I'd sit in front of the same spot and just, it's me back here.
Yeah, if this segment were up to us, we'd just make stupid voices for 6 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to our interview with Dan Orlovsky. Great time talking ball with him. Before we do that, PFT, you got a couple more ads.
Yeah, before we get to Dan Orlovsky, he's brought to you by our great friends over at Twisted Tea. Love Twisted Tea. It's a great time of year to be drinking Twisted Tea, to be buying Twisted Tea, to be rolling up to parties with Twisted Tea. It's the best. It doesn't fill you up. It's the perfect beverage for the holiday season. If you're in charge of your family's holiday party, if you're going to the hometown dive bars to stay warm during your time off, if you're hitting a late season game or the slopes or looking for the perfect gift for your loved ones, Twisted Tea is there. They will turn your holiday season up a notch, make a good time a great time. Twisted Tea is delicious. I'm going to be having some Twisted Tea this weekend, Saturday. Going to be watching Army-Navy. Going to have a Twisted Tea. Make sure to look for those yellow cans wherever you buy beer and give yourself the gift of Twisted Tea this holiday season. Enjoy Twisted Tea. It's delicious. Great way to celebrate the holidays with a couple tweez in your hand. And Dan Orlovsky is also brought to you by our great friends over at Chevy. Chevy wants you to know that football season's here, and if you're grinding through the week or getting geared up for kickoff, there's one ride that's always game ready, the Chevy Silverado. It's a longtime partner of Part of My Take. It's our favorite truck. It's all about grit. From job site to tailgate, Silverado lets you show up strong, tackle any task. Built for the hustle, ready for the game, Silverado is America's most dependable full-size truck. For J.D. Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Head to Chevy.com, learn more, build your own Chevy Silverado today. And now, here is Dan Orlovsky.
Okay, we now welcome on a very, very, very special guest. It is our good friend Dan Orlovsky here to talk some ball. We haven't had you on all season, and I see your takes being fired left and right, and I'm always tuned in. And you watch the ball. You got good thoughts on everything. So let's dive into it. Let's start at the top. Give me your list of teams that you think can actually win the Super Bowl this year.
All right, teams that I truly believe can win it. Number one, Rams. I'll start in the NFC. Rams, like, there's no quarterback, wide receiver group right now that sees it the same way consistently. The throws and the catches are stupid right now. I also think their run game is so repeatable that, like, it's efficient and explosive. Second team in that conference would absolutely be Seattle if Sam Darnold's done some stuff recently when it comes to, like, this way I say it is, like, he's doing things that get quarterbacks in trouble. He's just not getting in trouble. Eventually you will. So that, like, gives me a little bit concerned, but the defense is just off the charts good. So Seattle.
What is
Green
that,
Bay,
by the way? Can you tell us what the things he does that gets guys in trouble? Like, what are you seeing?
Yeah, so the big thing for Sam, which was his issue before, is he's so gifted and talented early in his career that, you know, the way I would say it is, like, just because you can make all these cool throws with your feet all over the place doesn't mean you should. And he had gotten rid of that over the last 2 years, where we call it kind of like clicking through progressions, meaning, like, hey, the first guy that I think should be open is not open. Okay, like, don't wait for him to try to get open or then go and make him open. Just get to the second option or the third option. And it's almost like a piston where you're just robotic in a way. Hey, 1 to 2 to 3, clicking through. He was doing a really good job of that. I would tell you in the last month, it hasn't been the case. He's become, you know, like, my constant notice, stop doing this, bad word, stop doing this. And it's not getting him in trouble because the opponent isn't good enough, but it will eventually. So that's got to get more consistent out of Sam. Green Bay, I love Green Bay. I love their defense. I love their offense. Christian Watson to me has become, like, you know, he's not as good as these guys, but, like, they're Andre Johnson, they're Nico Collins, they're Josh Gordon. Like, that offense needs that guy. I would tell you those are the three in the NFC that I'm very confident right now. Mm-hmm. AFC, Buffalo. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care. I understand their defense isn't very good. They got the best player in the league right now, or certainly one of them. If they're at home, I would put money on them to go, specifically since there's unlikely Joe, unlikely Lamar, unlikely Pat in there. But Buffalo, just because the quarterback can get hot as anybody. Denver, the defense is good enough. I'd probably say Houston. I think the defense is that good. I think the defense, how many teams are going to score 20 on them?
Right.
You know, all you got to do is, if Houston offensively can score 20, they can go on a 3-game run. So I would say those New England's there for me. I'm very interested to watch New England play this weekend against Buffalo in a enormous game.
Yeah. So you're a little hesitant to put the Patriots in there. Why is that? Obviously, you know, Drake May is having a great season this year. Vrabel is an excellent coach, one of the best. So what is it about New England that's making you say I want to see more?
Yeah, I don't stand on, like, the definitive no side. Mm-hmm. I just think there is this. Now, one thing I love about them is, like, they're the team that we don't know how good they are. I would tell you they're the one team that has gotten better almost by the week. They are much better than they were in September. I guess it's the reality of, you know, like, how good are they offensively? When you get into, like, the winner go home game plan specific area, how good are they offensively? The two rookie offensive linemen that are hurt and Campbell, I I was impressed with the way that they played against the Giants in the first game without those offensive linemen. How long is Campbell going to be out? That's a big injury with a guy that was playing very good. I still think I'm of the belief that the defense are just going to line up in nickel with putting 5 defensive backs on the field. You can't let them do that and not just pound the football at them. Milton Williams' injury, how healthy is he going to be? So I'm not definitive, like, no. I lean more yes, but I just think, like, as we get into this December era of football, how good is the youth of this football team, I think goes a long way.
Yeah. And Dan, we like to do this with a lot of the guests we have on. It's called Time Capsule. We'll go into a time capsule real quick, okay? So I want you to close your eyes. I'm going to describe to you one game that you had in the NFL. And we've busted your balls in the past. We did the thing. We made fun of the end zone thing. We're not going to do that again. This is a good one for you. I want you to think back to December 4th, 2011. You were starting quarterback in the NFL. Do you remember that game? Do you remember who you played against that day?
I was playing for the Colts. We were on the road in New England.
Yes, it was against the Patriots. And you had maybe the best game of your career that day. Do you remember how many yards you threw for?
I think I threw for like 368.
Yeah, I see 353 here.
Wow.
But, yeah, you're a member of the 300 Club. So what did that moment mean to you? Every quarterback dreams.
So, yeah, legit. That was a fun day. I'm from Connecticut. Patriots were the hottest football team ever for that era. All my friends, for the most part, were Patriots fans. I grew up watching Brady, idolizing Brady. So the fact that, like, we went on the road late in the season, we weren't very good. We were playing a team that was like a real Super Bowl contender. I was going to get the chance to start. I had 50 people at the game. And then I think we score and have the chance to kick an onside kick to go win the game. They recover it. But, like, just having the chance to play in that place against that team and that quarterback and kind of in that era.
Yeah.
Dude, that was like one of the coolest days of my career.
You went off.
With that, yeah, I threw pretty well. I remember I threw a couple touchdown passes, maybe Pierre Garçon. I got absolutely destroyed by Gerard Mayo on one of them. Illegal, unsportsmanlike conduct, hit to the chin. And then Tom running up to me, or me running up to Tom, and him being like, hey, way to keep competing. Like, that was, as corny as it sounds, pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations on making the 300 Club. It's a big milestone for any career quarterback. And really happy to see you on that list of guys that have done it.
I want to know how many guys are on that list.
I think it's
more about the guys not on the list.
Really, yeah, I would agree. I think it's like 300 something, maybe high 280s. We just had Shador, who got welcomed to the club last week when he kind of went off. So yeah, it's important to acknowledge, when guys and guests of ours, people that we like, they have accomplished tremendous things, and we just want to take our hat off and say, congrats, great job, great game, Mr. 300, Dan Orlovsky.
Yeah.
I love it. I need that to live on the internet more than the safety.
We'll try to make that happen. Yeah. Remember the Dan Orlovsky game.
Yeah. I want to talk about a couple quarterbacks with you. Let's talk first about Caleb Williams. Obviously, I'm biased, but I have thought that year 2, especially with Ben Johnson, it has looked better. And I know that people will say the completion percentage. I think that's a lot of times people not watching the game and seeing, some of these throwaways are plays that should have been sacks. Anyone else gets sacked, and he's able to get out of it and get it away. And it's not perfect. There's still some things that need to be cleaned up. The offense needs to be more consistent, especially like that game against Green Bay, where it's like if the offense has a pulse in the first half, Bears can win that game. But what have you seen from Caleb, and are you on the positive side of this is growth and it looks like it's getting better?
Yeah, I'm on the extreme positive side. I think that you have to walk away. If you go back to August, and I was very cautious about the pairing of Ben and Caleb, and I also think, like, in this role, you have to be willing in the moment to just be as honest as you can, and then be willing to change the way you're viewing it. And while I was very cautious of the pairing because of the style of offense, I do think if you go back to August and you sit there and say, well, really, just forget the team performance. What do you have to see from Caleb to feel good going into 2026 and beyond? I would tell you, number one, stop creating problems for yourself. He's absolutely done that. Now, it took till about October for that to present itself. What do I mean by that? Like, a lot of times leaving the clean pocket just because you're an athletic. A lot of times trying to force the ball downfield on 1st and 20 in a small window because you don't like the check down or the shorter throw in front of you. On 3rd down, instead of trusting the progression or trusting the matchup, trying to think or believing I'm the best athlete on the field or one of them, let me go run and make a play. So he's creating less problems for himself, number one. Number two, he's playing more consistently in structure. Is it flawless? No. There's not a lot of guys in the league that are. But like he's more in structure. He's playing more in rhythm and timing. You see more options where he's underneath the center, play fake, whether it's a play action or a drop back, and it's like, hey, ball's out, first hitch, ball's out, first hitch. And so I think his growth and development in the play action game. The third thing is holding onto the football much less in the confines of the play. Is he holding on the ball at times long? Yes. But that's because there's a pressure, he evades them, he's climbing a pocket and getting outside. And so, yes, he's holding the ball for 4.5 seconds because he's outside of the pocket creating. And so, like, those things that you said, that has to improve. It absolutely has improved. Some of the accuracy stuff, I also would sit here and tell you, like, I don't know if he's ever going to be Joe Burrow.
Right.
Like, does he have to be? We've lived in this world with, I watched Patrick Mahomes, who's the best player I've ever seen, have inaccurate throws. I watched Lamar Jackson, who's one of the greatest quarterbacks of the last 30 years of the NFL, have inaccurate throws. I watched Josh Allen, who's, having another MVP-like season, have inaccurate throws. So, like, those guys aren't necessarily these pinpoint accurate dudes all over the course of 4 quarters. They do things that overcome that or, kind of make up for it. And so, yeah, I think you got to be really encouraged. Would I love for him to hit the layups more consistently? Yes. Do I think he will once he gets even more reps? For sure.
Yeah, and I also think like the thing that has changed in my mind, and this is you watch the tape, you grind it, you know what you're looking at. I'm going more from a just gut level feeling of it. When Caleb has a pocket, sets his feet, and he lets one rip over the middle of the field, I feel like it's been just money. And that's that's like the difference where it's like, there's going to be someone there and he's going to deliver a great ball. And it's just, I have the confidence now that that's what's about to happen.
Yeah. And I also say that for sure, like you could watch some of the throws both in the pocket and outside of the pocket and be like, man, that's sweet, and you'd much rather have, I would tell you, I think most coaches, and I would much rather have that guy that can do some of those things. You're like, man, just that there's 10, 12, 14 of you guys on the planet that can do it, and then figure out ways to get to, some of the stuff that a player like myself can do. Like, yeah, take this 6-yard check down, like roll the ball to him. And so I think there's a lot of uncoachable traits there. I'd also say this. They're in a world now, and this is where you get into this development phase. Okay, so we're in the middle of December, essentially. They're a playoff football team. You're so in the world of winning, and how do we win? And so are we really hyper-focused on improvement and development and progressing some of those things? Probably not, because you're trying to, like, whatever it takes to win games. In your preparation within the week is probably very much so focused on that. And like, okay, I'm calling this play. How many times has Caleb run this play in a live environment versus this defense, and you get this look? It might be a handful of times. And so there's been a really good evolution. I walk away very much so on the positive side.
I love that.
Dan, you're 43 years old, correct?
42.
42 years old. Sorry for putting that extra year on there. 42 years old. You look like you're in great shape. You always also look really comfortable. You're like the king of athleisure. You always look like you're just kind of feeling good. I appreciate that about you.
I'm immature. I would wear sweatpants literally all the time.
Listen, if you have a job where you can wear sweatpants, why not?
You made it. Yeah, you won the lottery. Did you get a call from the Colts, or did they pass you over when they called Phillip Rivers?
No, I called them. And I said, guys, I am available. Dude, I did not. I got a text from a buddy that said, you're younger than Patrick or Phillip Rivers. I said, I'm in the Shelton High School Hall of Fame. He is going to be in the NFL Hall of Fame. So yeah, I'm shocked. I hope it works out great. I'm skeptical, not because I want to be an a-hole, but like he's 44. I'm sure he could throw it, all that stuff. But it's wild to me that this is where you got to feel for Colts fans. 12 years ago, they drafted Andrew Luck. And you're like, all right, sweet, we got it. And then, nope, no, Andrew walks away. And then a couple years ago, it's like, we got Carson Wentz. And he goes on like a little bit of a run. You're like, Carson Wentz is back. And then it falls off the face of the earth. And then we're going to draft the freakazoid from Florida. And he has like his first game. He launches the ball 100 yards downfield. Like, we got a guy. And then he can't do all the necessary things. He's got a broken face or a broken, bone in his face. And then you get Daniel Jones. We're like, wait, this is the one that's going to solve all the problems? Like, he's an MVP candidate. And then that happens. So I feel bad for Colts fans.
It's been bad. I have a question that kind of outside of what's going on in the NFL this year. And this is a permission to glaze you for a second. Do you ever get bothered when people online are like, Orlovsky sucked in the NFL, why are we going to listen to him? Because I get bothered for you in the fact that I don't think people realize how hard it is to be good enough to start an NFL game. If you start an NFL game as a quarterback, that means you are one of like a handful of guys that have the talent to be able to be in that position. Whether you end up having a great career or not, you're still really good at quarterback to even be at that level.
People say that about me on the internet?
No, I'm just saying, like, I see it like our guy Biz gets that, Like, Biz gets that where it's like he scored 7 goals or whatever. It's like, but he made to make the NHL and play in the NHL, that means you're so much better than so many people. And all of a sudden, because you're not Wayne Gretzky, it's like you can't have an opinion? It's crazy to me.
Yeah, so that's why I asked about the 300-yard stuff we were talking about before, because one of 300 or so, like on the history of the planet, there's 8 billion plus. I don't know how many people there's actually been. Like I always say, I think there's been just short of like 1,000 people that have played 10 or more years in the NFL. So I've played for 12 years, whether I was playing every snap or played sparingly or whatnot, like I did, so I don't get caught. I used to get caught up in that a ton, but yeah, I don't like, I live in Westport, Connecticut, right? We got a lot of really good, like one of my favorite things is like, we got a lot of really good young athletes. And so some of the times the parents come up to me and they're like, hey, is this time, like, should I get Peter over here private lessons? And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, he was 3 for 4 today with 3 singles. And I'm like, It ain't going to happen. Like that's not real life. And so
that's a great point, by the way, because I think that's part of it. Is that I saw somewhere there was like a poll and it was like 30% of parents thought that their kid was going to play D1 sports, and then 20% thought they were going to go pro. And I think it's more just that like people can't conceptualize that like the best athlete you knew is still so far away from being in the pros.
Yeah, correct. Like I remember talking to Tyler at Dude Perfect, because I've played some sports with Ty and I've golfed with Ty, and like he's a good athlete. And so I was like, tell me about like your sports background. Like, were you a superstar in high school? Like, because you could just play golf with him, see him move. And he's like, nah, dude, I was very average in high school. And so like even that there's just levels. Like my joke is when the parents are asking me about it, I'll be like, I'll have Marcus Spears. Marcus Spears has ridiculous athletic genes, him and his wife, and his son is the #1 hooper in the country for his age group. And I'll be like, Marcus, send me a video of Junior. And I'll take the video and show it to the parents and be like, does your son or daughter look like this?
Right.
If not, it ain't happening. You know, like they don't look like this when they run around and move around and do what they're doing. So, yeah, dude, I also like, I don't know. I'm going to be honest here. I'll be honest here. I'm going to get killed for it, but I don't care. Like, I used to be one of those people that had that thought of like, yeah, if you didn't play, I don't know how much I actually care of what you say. This is probably a decade or so ago. And as I've been in this industry and I've been around people who have not played at certainly a high level, but when I hear him talking, I'm like, yeah, you get it. You understand it. You can see it. That's a good point. I have the same thought process. You kind of think the same way as me. Like, I've become much more open to like having people who maybe didn't play professional sports have their thoughts on sports. I also did nothing to become 6'5". Some people are like really good athletes, but 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah.
And so like, that's not their fault. So
Right.
I don't really care that people say it anymore. I'm so used to it.
That's healthy. All right, that was a side tangent because I just always was curious because I get mad for you because I don't think people understand what it takes to get to that level. It's so
I
insane.
sometimes want to fire. Like, I sometimes want to fire.
You should.
Like,
We'll do it for you.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
do it.
Send it. Text us a tweet and we'll drop it on them.
I had a run last year. Someone was saying like, I think there was something going on, and I playfully always like comment sometimes, mocking myself. I love self-deprecation, and it was something about Calvin and him going to the Hall of Fame. I was like, I made him, and everyone was like, you're a little bit this and that. And so then I think it was the year of 2008. I just posted Calvin's stats because Calvin had like 89 catches for 1,500 yards and 13 touchdowns or something. And I was like, yeah, I mean, Calvin, look at the stats, guys. I was the quarterback for that year. No big deal type stuff. So sometimes I'll fire back.
What was it like playing with him? Because Calvin Johnson was a guy, if you didn't watch him play, he was the definition of a cheat code. He was huge. He was strong.
Yeah.
He had great hands. He was fast. And he retired way too soon, in my opinion. Good for him. I'm glad that he felt secure enough to walk away when it was right for him. But I wanted to watch him play more because he was so dominant. When you were playing quarterback with him, was it sometimes just like, I'm going to throw the ball up? That's just the game plan. Calvin is on that side of the field. I'm going to throw the ball in his general direction, and he'll figure out what to do from there.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I've got so many Calvin stories. One, the most physically gifted athlete I've probably ever been around. He's 6'5", as am I. I just remember walking into the shower one time and mirrors into the bathroom in our facility. And Calvin and I are walking into the shower. A couple of things don't look like the other. And Calvin's hips were like to my chest. And so he was this long, lean, ridiculous athlete. He had a great work ethic. And I don't need to wax poetic of like how good he was, but I'll never forget we were going on the road against Indy. I was starting at this time, and we put in a play where Calvin was going to run like 5 yards and run a hitch route, we button hook, hitch, whatever we call it, 5 yards. It was great. Indy played two coverages, cover 3, which is soft, and cover 2, which there's a corner right there. And versus cover 3, it's a great play. Like, you take the ball, you throw it to the better player. It's recess. Like, my guy, just go get 8 yards. It stinks versus cover 2, the play, because the corner's standing right there. So I remember we're installing this play, and I'm like, I raised my hand in the install meeting. I'm like, hey, what are we going to do versus cover 2? And they're like, Calvin, if we get cover 2, just run a go route. And so a couple seconds ago, I go, what do you want me to do with the ball if it's cover 2? Because in cover 2, there's a corner right there, and then there's a safety over the top. And they're like, well, if we get cover 2, just wait a second and throw it deep to Calvin. And so my initial reaction is like, you're coaching me to throw into double coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Can we do something else? And so I was like, I don't like that. Like, can we do something else? And they're like, no. If we get cover 2, Calvin just run down the field, and Dan just throw it high. And I go into the game, I'm like, fuck, we're going to call this play. I'm going to get cover 2. I'm going to throw an idiot. I'm going to look like a douchebag. And so drop back, or I get the ball. I see cover 2, and I'm like, fudge. Over 2 dudes' heads, just launched the ball like 30 yards downfield. He plucks it out of the air, and I just looked to the sideline. I was like, I got it.
Yeah.
It's sometimes
just throw it up to him.
Easy as that.
Yeah.
Calvin down there. So it was the definition of the meme. Calvin down there somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm going to let it rip.
Yeah.
Dan, you had a tweet the other night, which I agreed with both sides of it. And you talk about something that where, sometimes people on the couch, they just yell stuff at the TV and they don't really know what they're talking about. Sometimes that stuff comes true. So the first part of your tweet, I think meatheads were way ahead of the curve on this. Just watching football and being like, running the football in shotgun formation stinks. Using shotgun formation all the time stinks. And your take on it was that the Eagles were in shotgun way too much. And we'll get to the second part of your tweet after that. But I just want to hear you explain from like an intelligent football savvy point of view, why using shotgun formation all the time is detrimental for an offense.
Oh, okay. So number one, if I line up under center, every play is available to me when it comes to like the defensive thoughts of what I can do. and every direction is available to me. There's very little tendency or tell when I'm the quarterback and I just line up under center and the running back's right behind me. I can hand it off to the left. I can hand it off to the right. I can hand it off inside left. I can hand it off outside left, inside right, outside right. I can fake it inside left. I can fake it inside right. I can fake it outside left. I can fake it out. I can drop back. I could throw it quick. I could throw it deep. I could throw it short. I can fake it left and go to outside to the right. There's everything available. When I line up in the shotgun, there's a smaller option of what I can do. And it's easier for the defense to figure all that out. Okay, if I'm in the gun and the back's to my left, am I actually going to hand the ball outside left? Am I going to hand the ball inside left? Because that's really hard for a tailback to be to the left of a shotgun quarterback, get the ball, and then get on the right track when it comes to the timing of blocks. Am I going to fake the ball to the left and then go all the way out to my right? Again, it's the unlikelihood of. So I think it shrinks what the defense has to think about. The second thing is when I'm under center, I turn my back to you in a play action fake. You cannot see the ball. In the gun, you can all the time. There's always you can always see the football. Now, Miami would at times like spin 2-0 around for some of their play fakes, which I like. But it's not the defense is very rarely when you're in the shotgun playing on their heels. Like if you could imagine a quarterback under center taking a ball or taking the snap and immediately opening up to his left and giving the defense his back, defenders are constantly thought, go to the ball or go to the ball. So like their initial reaction is like, I don't see the ball. I'm going to go chase the ball. I'm going to chase the action. Where in the shotgun, you constantly see the ball. The quarterback catches it right around chest level. You can see always. Defensive linemen can see. Like if you watch teams, I watch defensive linemen against shotgun teams. The ball gets snapped and like they're engaging with the offensive lineman while also like looking at the quarterback because they can see the ball. And so like it's just easier, I think. And so I don't think it forces defenses to play nearly as in doubt, which should be one of your offensive goals. And so that's the deep dive of like at least the initial point of why I don't like it as much as under center.
Yeah. That's a great explanation. Yeah. And then the second part of your tweet was about Justin Herbert, the quarterback for the Chargers after Monday Night Football. You said, Herbert is an animal champion warrior legend. High praise. Is that the first? Is he the only animal champion warrior legend? Is there anybody else who's is this just something like on the fly? You typed animal and you're like, that's not enough. Champion. That's not enough. Warrior. That's not enough. Legend. Or did you hit like the autofill thing that's at the top right of your screen where it's like you might want to use this word next? I want you to walk us through the animal champion warrior legend honor that you bestowed upon.
So my favorite version of football is high school football. I love high school football. My kids are about to be playing high school football. That is a saying from when I played high school football. So I played high school football in Shelton, Connecticut. It's called the Valley. It's a little bit of a blue collar town. And our coach and our strength coach at this time was a dude named Chris Anderson. Total maniac, absolute psychopath in the best way. And so like he had this saying of like creating the identity of what we were going to be as high school football players, athletes, and it was an animal champion warrior legend. And it was like, this is, yeah, dude, it was.
That's great.
And so like and he also had this saying called MAFU, MAFU. We used to chant it on the sidelines, like mental toughness, animal, warrior, fanatical effort, and unity. That's what MAFU stood for. We used to be on third down, be like, MAFU, MAFU. And so, like, the Animal Champion Warrior Legend was, like, that badge of honor as a high school football player where, like, if you got to that level, like, you were a dude. And so, like, I actually got text messages from them the other day, like, hey, this is copyrighted. You can't use this.
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, I get it. And that's actually a great description he played, like, a tough-ass high school quarterback on Monday Night Football with that broken hand. So, yeah, listen, good job describing it. I think you nailed it. He's an animal champion warrior legend.
Yeah.
He was.
And I tweeted out, and so many people were like, he sucked. He played terrible. Herbert, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I never said anything about how he played. I just said, like playing with a broken hand after surgery, hats off.
Yeah. Getting sacked 7 times. All right, so on the other side of that game, the Eagles, are they broken beyond repair? Max seems to think so. But give him some positivity. Like, is there a fix here? Because their defense is really, really good. And you saw it on Monday night. It's if their offense can figure it out a little bit, they could be back in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So I actually liked a lot of what I saw from their offense on Monday night. And probably more encouraged coming out of that game than I have been in 2 months with their offense. For 2 months, it's just been like, you're predictable. You run the same routes. Your offense is a very pass game wise, like straight line. There's very little horizontal. There's very little play action. And so I saw a lot more of the things that I believe are needed in offensive football nowadays in the NFL. Yes, interceptions, 2 of them are dropped. One of them's a bad decision by the quarterback. Another is not having a plan for pressure. So like, I'm not sitting here, everyone telling like, yeah, this is solving all the issues. But I do think if you clean up 3 or 4 or 5 plays, which Hurts has notoriously done, I think that there's a lot to be encouraged from. Lane Johnson's got to get healthy. We all know that. So, I mean, that's just like watching them play. I think if you can clean up some of that stuff, the likelihood of them dropping 2 interceptions, not going to be a consistent thing. So, like, I do believe walking away from that game, there's a lot on tape that you could sit there and go like, hey, this was a better and more creative scheme and version of who we can be this year. We can't talk about last year anymore. This ain't the same group as last year. But I don't listen, you hear stuff about what's going on behind the scenes, whether it's true or not, whether there's reality to, the AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts not getting along. You hear it. I don't know whether that people are running frustrated once again with the quarterback. You hear it. I don't know if that's true. That's not me spreading rumors or gossiping. You just hear it. And so like, is that stuff as hard to overcome as even as much as like a lack of talent or scheme diversity? Yeah. Like I think when they went on their Super Bowl run, it was like the tightest team ever. This feels like with all the noise that you're hearing around, like a team that might be separating and like the furthest from that. And so I do think that it's they can get it together scheme wise if they clean some stuff up, but will they get it together when it comes to like truly like love playing with each other? Like you could watch Buffalo play and you're like, those dudes love playing football together. Like those dudes love playing football together. I don't necessarily get that vibe when I watch Philly.
And the craziest part is if A.J. Brown catches that pass, like a lot of this feels better because they win a big game on Monday Night Football, and it was a great throw from Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, totally. And Jalen, he's such a lightning rod because, and I've said this, I used to be crazy critical of Hurts, and I used to be like, and then he goes on, he has a season where he's kind of trending towards an MVP. And then he goes to the Super Bowl and he plays just as good, if not better than Patrick, and they lose on the last play of the game. They have a down year under a new coordinator. He goes to this past 2024 season. He goes on a really good run. He plays good during the regular season. Okay, but he has a pretty darn good playoff run. He's ridiculous in the Super Bowl. And so you're like, all right, I can't necessarily hate on you all the time. You're proving everybody who hates on you wrong. You ball in the biggest moments. If I took you outside right now and we just took all the starting quarterbacks and we just put you in shorts and we threw it, you wouldn't be the guy that you're like, that's the pick I want. Like he'd probably be in the, the 15 to 18 range as far as like just dropping back and throwing the football and looking like a thrower or a passer, but he's big in big time moments. And so like, no, are we taking Jalen Hurts as a superstar, stereotypical quarterback? No, but I do think that he's just played at a high level in big moments.
Yeah. Yes. And Max, do you feel any better? He gave you a little bit of positivity.
Yeah, that's positivity.
No.
Okay.
No. I don't
okay.
feel bad.
That's
but thank you. I appreciate the the explanation.
Thank you for the attempt.
Thank you for all those words you said. I will not take any of them into consideration.
I saw They were asking Nick Sirianni today in press conferences if he was going to bench Hurts.
Yeah, great question by the
crazy.
media. Yeah, great question. I'm just so glad that the question was asked. It tells me that the media still got their fastball.
And this dude 11 months ago won MVP of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They're like, hey.
Tanner McKee, though.
Things change
He
fast.
might win multiple Super Bowls. You never know.
Yeah.
Which of these two teams do you think is more dead? The Chiefs or the Cowboys?
That's a great question.
Great question.
I would tell you that I think it's the Chiefs. I think it's the Chiefs for the now and for like the immediate future.
Okay. Because I was just assuming that
Yeah.
the Chiefs, they go through their eras appropriately, and now they're in their eras era, and then after this, they're just going to reinvent themselves and be fine. But yeah. Why do you say that?
One, this is a team that's been trending for 2 years now with the we just gotta like self-inflicted wounds hurt us. Maybe it's not just the self-inflicted wounds. Like maybe there's been a lot masked because the quarterback and the coach have been so good in so big moments. So like if you look at the Chiefs right now, unlikely to make the playoffs. What's big question marks with, okay, what does Travis do for his future? They're $32 million over the cap for next year. How do you rebuild the offensive line that once again has been disappointing? The defense has fallen off the face of the earth. This is a defense that for the last 2-3 years has been top 5 in just about everything. They're bottom 5 in a bunch, and their main identity was pressure. They're like one of the worst blitzing teams when it comes to like the ability to blitz, the efficiency of blitzing, the execution of blitzing. Their best cover corner has kind of had an up and down year, McDuffie. And so like Chris Jones, what's his future? He hasn't been nearly as dominant. And so for a team that has that much money over the cap and gonna have to, it feels like not only make some decisions from like an organizational perspective on some guys, but maybe those guys also having to make a decision. And this is a division that with the Chargers and the Broncos are just like doing this.
Yeah.
And so like, I think that there's a real, okay, what truly is the future of Kansas City? We know Patrick's ridiculous. And this isn't saying anything other than that, but like, I just think like this is a little bit, I don't know if it's just a snap my fingers and all of a sudden we're back to being, the Super Bowl favorite next year, because there's a lot of unknown and question mark where if you're Dallas, offensive line's really good and cheap. The receivers are ridiculous. Though franchise tag Pickens would be my guess. Dak played great this year. You got a young back that you like. The defensive line is much improved. I think that there's like a reality for Dallas with some of their picks. You're sitting there going, Dallas can be a really good football team next year if they draft well and are able to like maneuver the cap a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, Dan, I got one last question for you. This is always great having you on. We love having you on. Roback question, RHOBACK.com, promo code TAKE, 20% off your first purchase, Q-zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts, roback.com, promo code TAKE. I want to ask you about a team that gets not a lot of media coverage, but you could make the argument is one of the hottest teams in the NFL, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Are they for real?
I'm going to say yes, they're for real. One, we talked about the conference being wide open. It depends on who shows up at quarterback. I think Trevor Lawrence has plays and stretches where you're like, you're the best player in football. Like you look like the best player at the position. I mean, he has some throws and some plays, athletic running. I think he's much more athletically instinctual this year. He's less robotic, which has always been my complaint about Trevor. You're trying to be too perfect. Just freaking go play. Like, I don't know if you've seen Trevor in person, but like Trevor's, he's a monster. I mean, he's a monster. And sometimes he's much better in that regard this year. And so again, he has plays where you're like, holy crap. And then he has plays where you're like, what are you doing, dude? Like, why did you do that? Or like, why did you make that throw? And so like, it's what guy shows up. The defense is good. They're aggressive. I don't think that they're locked down or dominant, but like, dude, if Trevor shows up and those receivers are playing at the level, they got to catch the football. Like, can Jacksonville go on the road to the Chargers and beat them? No question. Can they get to the Final Four of the AFC? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Jaguars are going to be very happy. I feel like they have been disrespected a little bit. Like, people are not taking them seriously as a football team right now. And they've been playing really good football, especially since the fourth quarter against the Texans when Liam Cohen was like, just let it rip, dude. Let it rip. And that's what he's done. I looked it up. You are you're one of 412 quarterbacks to ever throw for 300 yards in a game. So, congrats. I thought it was a little bit lower than that, but that's the modern era.
I'm going to respond to a lot of the stuff on the internet with saying I'm not one of 412, and see who picks it up.
Yeah,
see who gets it.
Yeah, it's an elite club. Congratulations on being in it. And so, yeah, we like having you on, Dan. Thank you for the insight.
Yes.
I appreciate you guys. Good to be with you.
All right. And also congrats on calling Monsters, Inc. That was sick.
Dude, it was awesome. It's a lot of fun. You know, like, I think the game helped it. You know, like, the game was such a, like, chaotic disaster that it was actually ideal for that type of setting. My son, I do it mainly for my son. Like, it's cool to be a part of, but my son, who's autistic, loves character creation and animation and imagination. So, like, he honestly was the happiest human on the planet.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
I love it. All right, Dan. Thanks so much, man.
All right, boys.
Dan Orlovsky was brought to you by Pepsi. Food deserves Pepsi. Pepsi brings the flavor, and it makes those flavors pop. The sweetness and the carbonation of Pepsi, it really elevates the taste of nachos, doesn't it? Pepsi enhances the flavor of your food. Nachos are even better when you pair them with a Pepsi. I'm choosing Pepsi every single time. I'm eating duck every day. Duck every day for the next 10 days. Let me tell you what, I had a Pepsi with my duck. I had duck fried rice for lunch today. Pepsi made the duck fried rice taste so much better. Pepsi is the best. Food deserves Pepsi. Nachos deserve Pepsi. We all deserve Pepsi. And we're going to get to Fyre Fest of the Week, and it's brought to you by our great friends at Morgan & Morgan. We all know that life comes at you fast. 1 minute, you're the number 1 overall seed in the AFC, and the next, you're losing to the Bengals. When you find yourself in the middle of your very own Fyre Fest, you just might need America's largest injury law firm in your corner. Morgan & Morgan has been fighting for the people and helping with your Fyre Fests for over 35 years. With Morgan & Morgan, it's easy to get started. Their fee is free unless they win. You can check them out at forthepeople.com/PMT. That's forthepeople.com/PMT.
Fyre Fest of the Week, Hank.
I'm getting banged by the auto industry.
Oh, no.
I don't really know what to do.
We've got so many positivity animals.
You got hit by a car?
No, probably less than 2 months ago, I had like you're losing pressure in your tire, like signal that kept coming on in my car.
Yeah.
Kept filling it up, kept coming on. I'm like, all right, there's probably something wrong with my tire. Brought it in to get one simple fix, and then they banged me. They're like, well, you need to replace this tire. You should probably replace all 4. Yep. And here's like 6 other things that it's not mandatory that you replace them, but you probably should. And I was like, fuck it. Like, my car's already getting here. Save the time. If I have to do it again, like this'll set me. I'll be good for like a year, at least.
They pretty much had your car hostage.
Yeah.
And then they came out and they're like, if you want to get it back, I'd highly recommend you do all this.
And then today, my tire thing was like, it was worse than it ever was. Came back on, new tire,
no.
same like it was my back left tire.
But you have a sick car.
I have a sick car, but I don't.
Is it the sickest car?
No.
Who's got the sickest?
Probably the El Camino.
Yeah.
But like
no, Hank's
non-secondary cars.
Hank's right.
What do you mean?
Like non-secondary cars, your primary car. Is your car sicker than mine?
It's cool. It's fresher. It's more custom.
Your car is sicker than mine.
More custom.
You're not saying your car's sicker than mine anymore.
Hank's also put a lot of work into his car.
Yeah. And I'm going to have to now put more
It's
work
crazy
in.
that Hank bullied you into getting a new car.
But then I got a way sicker car than him.
But
you do have a
he
sick
did
car
bully
now.
you into getting it.
But now he can't. He can't say shit because I got a sicker car than you, bro.
You do have a sicker car than me.
Thank
That's
you.
a fact. But when it's parked next to Jerry's car, it kind of looks like Lil Bro.
That's accurate. Yeah.
That's fine. Jerry needs a booster seat to get in his Escalade.
Yeah. Imagine that.
I also saw the new Hummers yesterday on the street. It looks kind of sick.
The ones that do the crab walk?
It's like a big, although it's electric, which like kind of defeats the entire purpose of a Hummer.
Also, Jerry lives in the suburbs. He can have a car like that. I can't. Like driving that around and parking in the city would suck.
Hank, I did consider getting the electric Hummer because it does the thing where you can crip walk your car. It goes like sideways.
Really?
Yeah, it's awesome.
That would be very PFT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, it sucks. It sucks because I'm such a pussy, and I know that I'm not gonna do anything. But I know like I should cause a stink.
Well, what do they need to fix?
Whatever. I don't know. I have to bring it in again. But it's like I brought it in a month and a half ago, and it
Did
cost
you get a
me
nail
a
in your
lot.
tire?
I don't know. I got a new tire. Like it's just weird.
Yeah, I don't know
It's the
why you got a
same-
new tire when you probably just had a.
I got 4 new tires.
And this
Yeah,
sounds
they
like
got you on that one.
yeah,
But then it's the same
issue. So it's
back.
not.
Yeah, it's like your back left tire. It's like almost like
They got to check the
it's
computer.
set up. Yeah.
It sounds like a skill issue. It sounds like you're driving your car over something that deflates it.
Well, Max, your mic is on. Well, did memes?
That was me. I thought it was Hank's suspension. I was gonna say that.
Where?
They
Your
fixed it.
suspension's wrong.
They fixed.
You got to figure this out,
Everything that they said I should fix, even if it wasn't mandatory, I said fix it. Same thing.
Oh, that's why you got banged.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, if you go in and just say fix everything.
No, they're like you got to replace the tire, and then also like it was like your alignment and suspension should probably be fixed. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll spend the money, just fix everything.
Okay.
But now you're going to go in with the tan and the bleached hair.
True.
They're going to know not to fuck with you.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Like, this guy means business. He's probably got a blade on him.
It's true.
Yeah. Okay.
My Fyre Fest of the week is, I kind of laughed about it a second ago because it's kind of funny. We were just filming a commercial this week, and one of the scenes was in the El Camino, and me and Zach were in there. Zach did a great job, by the way,
Good job, Zach.
in the commercial shoot. And they were trying to frame up the shot correctly, and the guy came over to me. He's like, "Hey, PFT, can we fold up this blanket and have you sit on it to make your head higher?" I looked over at Zach. I go, "Zach, this doesn't leave the car.
Oh no.
This never happened." I'm a consummate professional, and I was like, "Yeah, sure, yeah, no problem. I'll sit on the booster blanket, no problem." But yeah, it was announced in front of the entire crew.
Oof.
Time for you to get on a booster blanket.
Oof.
Yeah, whatever. I'm as God made me. I was just reminded of that when Hank was talking about the booster thing with Jerry. And then my real Fyre Fest of the week is the level of discourse with the James Madison Dukes and the Oregon Ducks, I think, has reached critical mass. I think we've gone through all the different phases where we're like, why isn't Notre Dame in? Why is the playoff set up like this? They're going to get blown out. I've tried to be very humble about everything because I know that Oregon is a much bigger, stronger, more physical team, loaded with NFL guys on that roster. JMU has some great players, but they've probably got like 3 guys that could play on the Ducks. And then yesterday, Bud said that it was possibly a health and safety issue.
Bud Elliott?
Bud Elliott was like, this has become a health and safety issue.
You threw out Bud like he was a good friend of ours.
Yeah, Bud. Bud said it.
Bud Elliott co-hosts with Tom Fernelli on the Cover 3 podcast. Great podcast.
And he knows way more about every roster than I could ever imagine to scratch the surface of. He knows.
So you're saying it is a health and safety?
No, he said he reached the point where he was like, I'm worried for the health and safety of JMU playing against Oregon.
no.
Like Oregon doesn't play against FCS teams every year.
That's
like Oregon
true.
doesn't play against bad Group
But not
of
in
5
playoff
schools.
games.
Not in playoff games. But it's the discourse has now gone so far off the charts.
Yeah.
That I'm just ready to say, fuck it, let's go win the game.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because they're
Why not?
Why
not?
Listen, I'm rooting for you. I'm going to bet on JMU. I want you guys to shock the world because I think it'd be awesome and hilarious. And I don't like Oregon. I have nothing. Oregon has given me some bad losses, although in football they've given me some bad losses. But if you want me to play devil's advocate, why not? Oregon's better.
Why not, though?
Because they're so good that it actually is potentially a health and safety issue.
It's not a health and safety issue. To pretend,
So I'm saying it's a health and safety issue.
to pretend to be concerned that people are going to be going to the hospital in this game,
Yeah.
because the Oregon Ducks are so much better than JMU. You know what? I'm gonna use the Jay Billis. It's a little bit disingenuous. Yeah, we're not the best team. Yeah, they're much better than us. Yes, Notre Dame is a much better football team than we are. Don't care. I'm at the point now where it's like the public is now so anti Tulane and anti JMU that now I have to be, fuck you. Let's go win the football game.
Yeah, I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for Tulane because I want to see it shoved in the like. I'm a firm believer. I understand Notre Dame should be in, and I think they should have been in over Alabama, but I don't think that you can have a college football play. People will say, "Oh, you can't have a college football playoff without the 12 best teams." You also can't have a college football playoff if you just eliminate half of the sport just because they're smaller schools.
Yeah.
So they got to find an equal place. Last year, like I said, we had 12 teams, and the bottom half of them were not good enough. This year, we had too many teams. It happens.
Also, in the first round of the playoffs last year, if you look at the scores, they were lopsided. They're almost all blowouts.
Yeah.
And I would argue that maybe the biggest blowout might have been the closer game, which was Indiana against Notre Dame.
No, it was Ohio State, Tennessee. Remember that game?
That was a blowout.
That was a fucking shit kick.
But I know Indiana lost by like 10 points, but that game, it
Yeah.
felt like it was a 35-point victory for Notre Dame.
Yeah.
So people are like, you might get blowouts. Guess what? You had blowouts before. It's not a health and safety issue. Stop saying it's a health and safety issue.
Okay. No one say it. My Fyre Fest is simple. Well, it's just everyone in this office is sick, and I am, knock on wood, feeling okay right now, but I think that the timing has set me up for failure, where I'm going to get sick right when we take a break, and it's bullshit, and it's not right.
It happens.
It's not right. It shouldn't be like. It shouldn't be allowed. Shouldn't be allowed. I don't get. We get very few breaks in the calendar year. They're going to get me sick right before the break.
Yeah, our bodies know.
And
it's
I
like
also
this is a safe space to be sick now.
It doesn't help because I just don't sleep either. There's just my house. We don't do sleep. It's fucking crazy. We just don't do sleep. No one sleeps. We just every night. We're at 2:00 in the morning. It's a fucking party in my house. So what's up? We doing something? Oh, we're up. We just want to walk around and do shit. That's just what we do in my house.
On the nights where I do go to bed early, those are nights that I can't fall asleep.
But I'm
like too tired.
I fall asleep. I then get woken up every single. I'm on a streak of like a month straight of being woken up in the middle of the night.
That's tough.
It's fucking brutal. We don't sleep. It's just a rule in my house. No sleep. You got no naps, right, Hank? I got no sleep.
Tough day for
That's a rule. Okay.
I can't believe I woke you up that one time.
Oh.
When was that?
That was when the podcast didn't post. No.
That was Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Why? What happened with Taylor Swift?
We thought we were going to get sued because we had Taylor Swift on.
Oh yeah, at the invitation.
That was better safe than sorry. Oh yeah, that's right. I was like, how did you wake me up? I have my phone on silent. Yeah, you came in.
Yep, the light.
You came in and that might have been the night before. That might have been the last time I slept a full night. So you started the streak.
That's okay.
Oh no, the night before that was Zach.
Yeah, Zach did it. No, I think Zach did it the night after.
Yeah, the night after.
Yeah,
when Zach just woke up at 5 a.m. for no reason, just to wake me up.
That was bad.
Yeah, I actually think that there's like a conspiracy. I had the thought because I had like 2 weeks ago, I want to say, I had a night where my kids didn't wake me up and Stella had diarrhea. So it was like I was up like 4 times in the middle of the night taking her out. I was like, I think there's a conspiracy going on to make sure I don't sleep. But guess what? Built different. I got it. Knock on wood because I really don't want to get sick. All right, Zach, finish us off.
My favorite Fest of the week is a quick one as well. It's dead car batteries. So we were the other day we had to do some like Chevrolet Jenga in the back in the garage because we've got we got double vanny and we got the El Camino coming in for the winter.
And they all do.
And so none of them currently run for like maybe a number of reasons.
Yeah,
they're pretty parked. We need to make space. The double vans, they're kind of long, full size vans, right? Mm-hmm. And so we had to we'll start the double vannies to get the Camino in. We weren't sure if we were going to pull them up and go sideways or if we were going to take one out and replace it. But then take one out and replace it went away because nothing is starting. So we're kind of brainstorming on like how do we move these massive
vehicles? Get a third van.
Yeah, we should, but make sure it doesn't work. So we got the Jenga.
Yes, and we can't. But so the idea we're like.
I almost drove Vanny 1.0 through a storage container.
Oh,
I thought taking it out of park would help start it.
Oh,
did it?
No, but it started rolling.
Oh, your foot wasn't on the brake.
Oh, that's great.
I think it might be less a foot on brake than more so doesn't have that much brakes because the day before I almost ended up between the storage container and the van.
Oh my god!
Because the plan was, all right, we'll just go in neutral and roll it.
Yeah.
But the garage is on a hill.
Yeah, and
so
she's a heavy bitch.
And there's two dudes from the chute, the tow truck guy, Dom there, and like the vote on just roll them ended up being the majority. But then they're just like, okay, we'll get in front of it and hold it. Like we're just strong enough guys to stop this van from coming down mountain.
And who was that?
And, me and the two dudes from the chute, and Dom's in the driver's seat trying to get it together, make sure he stops it. And then we're like, all right, this will work. We're strong enough. And then immediately after Dom comes off or goes into the brake, you see him stand up out of the seat, like full body weight on the brake. And it was just almost us three dudes inside the storage unit, destroyed by the van. And I learned a valuable lesson on maybe speak up sometimes.
So you guys almost got killed by vans that can't even start.
Yes. Yes.
That would be a hell of a way to go out.
Bad.
Yeah.
So
you
next
got
time,
hit by a car. Oh man, it must have been going fast. No, it actually doesn't even start.
Doesn't run. So I think I'm gonna start speaking up just in those kind of situations.
Yeah, you got it. You got to speak up more, Zach.
We were going with the flow too much, and it almost ended in catastrophe.
Yeah. Got to speak up more, Zach. Also, you did a good job this week. You woke up at the right time every single day.
That was a tough one. We got a new alarm app.
Oh, TJ put you onto it?
He put me onto alarm app subscription based, but I mean some things are worth it.
Okay.
Why do you subscribe to an alarm?
I subscribed to alarm because I had a wake up issue the other day.
Yeah.
I was on yesterday's time the next day.
What could I guess this is we're just going to promote it. What could a subscription possibly offer?
Louder alarms.
You have to do.
You have the ball.
Oh no,
alarm.
you have to do math problems.
Math for it to go off, to turn it off.
Yeah. What if you're bad at math?
I am bad at math. But
So you have to start every day off with a math problem?
Yeah.
Yes.
Test?
You have to start off with a math
because
problem.
the yesterday or 2 days ago, Zach's problem was not that the alarm didn't go off. The alarm went off. He just set it too early, and then he went back to sleep.
It was on the yesterday alarm, and then I got caught in this half sleep, not sleep void.
Right.
And I let the sleep void win.
Right. So now you're going to have to do a math problem to get out of the sleep void.
Several math problems, but
What are the math problems?
I think that Tia was showing me it's like basic math, but unfortunately, I did fall asleep outside my phone off the charger, so I didn't get to do the math problems until I cut it back on this morning, and luckily the backup alarm still went off.
Okay, what's the backup alarm?
I got the bomb, and then I got the Alexa, and then my phone.
That's the worst way to wake up, though, to do a math problem. I'd open my, I'd be like, am I in hell?
Yes, but it's still better than not waking up.
Yeah.
We'll take hell over shame and anything that could come with not waking up all day.
Yeah.
All right, good Fyre Fest.
You guys too.
Good show, boys. Week 15, enjoy it. Make sure you enjoy it. Savor it.
Who do you like?
Down.
Army, Navy.
Army, Navy over. Personal challenge every single year.
I like Villanova over Tarleton State.
We're talking about this game too much.
FCS.
Yeah,
that's too much. Wrap it up.
Come on.
Wrap it up.
Max.
FCS.
Nobody cares.
Big Villanova football guy.
Numbers 3. Good job, Memes.
I'm rooting for Shane here.
Good job, Memes. Why are you rooting for
22.
Shane?
He just needs a win.
Why? What happened?
He just needs one.
What?
Max has been bullying him all week because Max lost.
Has he been bullying you, Shane?
You've been bullying.
Shane, has he been bullying you?
Shane is Memes.
Everyone's been bullying.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna take 15.
I'll take 57.
8. 44. 19.
23.
Oh,
23.
What'd you have, Hank?
22.
Man.
Oh, well, you didn't get it.
One more.
Yeah, it's not the same number.
We're getting really close to
It's
it,
not the same.
Memes.
Oh, Shane almost got it. He was thinking of the number.
You got this, Shane.
Come on, Shane. Everyone's got the same number. Say it again. 57.
19.
100.
44.
15.
8.
93.
So many threes have been
So
coming
many
out.
threes, but not the three you
Not
need,
three
Memes.
ball.
39 guesses away.
Man,
You're never going to get
if
it.
somebody had won, then we should get a picture taken of them. And then, Shane, could you make a thumbnail of that?
I could do that.
All right, sweet.
Nice.
Thanks. Love you guys.